I am very much alive. I earned 999 merits in the Underworld and was just promoted to Spirit Commander when the King of Death kicked me straight back to the living world. But the moment I land, I freeze. The collapse has hit. The living world is crawling with ghosts, and some humans have made pacts with ghosts, becoming ghost binders. Right now, a man and a girl are standing in front of me. The middle-aged man stares at the thick ghost aura rolling off my body. He says to the girl, "That ghost aura is way too strong. He might be higher than rank dangerous. Use your Taoist techniques now." The girl scrambles to pull out a fistful of yellow talismans, circles me once, and traps me inside the ring. Then she yanks out a peachwood sword and charges at me. I swallow my irritation, thinking, I just got back and I'm already dealing with a psycho, and rip every single talisman off me. The girl's jaw drops. A ghost this fierce isn't even scared of talismans? She refuses to give up and pulls out a purple talisman, slapping it right on my forehead. I peel it off with a frown, crumple it into a ball, toss it aside, and shout at her, "Are you out of your damn mind?" Then I snatch the peachwood sword from her hand and snap it in two. The girl completely panics. Nothing is working on this ghost. Without a second thought, she spins around and bolts. While running, she screams, "Uncle Lee, run! This ghost is way too dangerous." That makes me even angrier. You're the ghost. Your whole family are ghosts. What terrible luck, running into a psycho the second I'm back. Not far away, a figure with wild tangled hair floats in midair. She mutters to herself, "Such dense ghost aura. If I devour that person, I can definitely become stronger." She flies straight toward me at full speed. Then she suddenly freezes. She spins around and runs. How is this possible? Someone of this level in the living world? Could the veil between the living and the dead be completely gone? 7 years ago, a crack split the veil open. Overnight, countless ghosts flooded into the living world. This female ghost was one of them. The stronger a ghost, the less likely they could cross over. She cannot understand how a spirit commander like me is standing here. Right then, my voice cuts through from behind her. "Stop right there." The words barely leave my mouth when a crushing wave of power slams down over her. She wheels around and drops to her knees. "Lord Marcus, please spare me." I raise an eyebrow and ask, "You know who I am?" Turns out she is also from the Night Court. 7 years ago, she crossed paths with me when I was still a spirit warden. From her, I learned that the living world has long been shared between humans and ghosts. Ghosts need to build up ghost aura, so some form pacts with humans, while others seize territory to cultivate alone. Once I have the full picture, I say to her, "Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you." She thanks me quickly and turns to leave, but the moment she turns around, I shoot my hand out and press it onto the top of her head, reciting a sealing formation. She vanishes in an instant. Ding! Congratulations, player. You have obtained the ghost skill Phantom Trick. The ghost tome that has sat in my mind since 7 years ago finally flips open to page 1. Name, Dawn. Rank, Dangerous. Skill, Ghost Eye. Soul coin output, 20 per day. Note, higher rank means higher output. My eyes light up. Soul coins are forged from dense concentrations of ghost aura. Whether ghost or spirit warden, everyone uses soul coins to advance in rank. Promoting a spirit warden takes enormous amounts. Soul coins are the lifeblood of cultivation. And right now, all I have to do is catch one rank dangerous ghost, and I earn 20 soul coins a day. Catch 10 of them, and that's 200 a day. Over 60,000 a year. Back when I was a spirit warden in the Underworld, my whole year's wage was under 100 soul coins. And on top of that, I've also absorbed this ghost's ghost aura. For the first time, I feel just how powerful the ghost tome really is. Meanwhile, the female ghost Dawn appears inside a vast empty space surrounded by walls on all sides. She drifts around in a panic, screaming, "Let me out! Let me out! Wait! Why is the ghost aura in here so thick? It's even denser than in the Underworld." Back in the living world, just to gather a little ghost aura, Dawn had to burn enormous amounts of energy and time, but in here, a single breath gives her more ghost aura than a full month outside. This place is an absolute paradise for ghosts. But before she can enjoy it, she blinks and finds herself standing right in front of me. I look at the terror on her face and ask, "Want me to let you go?" Dawn shakes her head frantically. "Being taken in by someone like you is an honor." She's not stupid. A place this rich in ghost aura to call home? Anyone who turns that down is an idiot. I nod and ask, "What does Ghost Eye do?" "Ghost Eye is my ghost skill. When activated, it lets me see the rank and skills of any ghost." I stroke my chin and think, for most people, Ghost Eye would seem useless. But for me, it's a total game changer. The ghost home has limited space. I can't collect just any ghost, so I can use Ghost Eye to hunt down only the strongest ones. Dawn immediately understands what I'm thinking and pipes up eagerly, "Lord Marcus, I know a rank terrifying ghost. With your strength, you can definitely subdue him. Let me take you there right now. What do you say?" So I follow Dawn's lead and soon arrive at the entrance of a village. Just as I'm about to walk in, an old man blocks my way. "Kid, you're here for that thing inside too? That's a rank dangerous ghost in there. You'd better stay back or you might lose your life." Just as I'm about to say I'm not afraid, 2 Mercedes-Benz sedans pull up. The doors swing open, and out steps a beautiful woman with 5 young men in their 20s. "Old Vance, these are the people I brought. Is it enough?" The old man looks over the 5 ghost binders and nods. 3 level 3 ghost binders, 2 level 2 ghost binders. "That'll do." The woman smiles and says, "Old Vance, I'm counting on you today. Please make sure you catch the rank dangerous dangerous ghost inside. To pull this off, she had spent over 3 million to hire 5 ghost binders, and handed old Vance 2 spirit artifacts just to get him involved. The reason she's willing to pay this much is simple. If she can catch a rank dangerous ghost and form a successful pact, she will become a level 3 ghost binder and lock in her position in the family for good. With that thought in mind, she waves her hand and says coldly, "Block the road." Then she turns and follows old Vance into the village. Her bodyguards scramble to set up barricades, sealing off the entrance and letting no one through. I walk up to the bodyguards and try, "Can I go in?" The bodyguards act like I never said a word and look straight through me. I stay calm and hang back, watching the village from a distance. Something feels off. The sky seems to be getting darker. Then, a scream erupts from inside the village. The woman is completely engulfed in black smoke. Her entire body is locked in place. All she can do is scream for help. Just as she loses hope, I drop in from above and roar, "Back off!" The black smoke snaps still. The woman spots me and cries, "Help me! Get me out of here! I'll pay you a lot of money." My eyes light up. I'm pretty broke right now. So I reach in, pull her out, carry her back to the village entrance, set her down, and say, "Stay here. I'm going in." She grabs my arm. "Don't. That ghost is incredibly powerful. Its rank terrifying. You'll die." I ignore her and walk straight toward the center of the village. I find the 5 ghost binders' bodies almost immediately. Right then, a bloodied hand slams onto my shoulder. I spin around to find old Vance standing there, face covered in blood. "Kid, 3,000 soul coins. Get me out of here." He keeps glancing around as he speaks, clearly terrified the ghost will reappear. I ignore old Vance and dash straight toward a wall of black mist ahead. I plunge my hand in and yank hard. A dark figure tears free from the mist. Ghost information flashes in front of me. Name, Zane. Rank, terrifying. Ghost skill, soul chain. Soul chain binds enemies, locks down their attacks, and delivers a killing blow. I look at the readout floating in front of me and think, Ghost Eye really is something else. One glance and I've already seen everything there is to know about this ghost. Meanwhile, Zane snarls and tries to break free, but he can't move his arms or legs. What he doesn't know is that I've already activated the binding technique, locking every ounce of his power down. Old Vance stares with his mouth open. This guy is that powerful? He just grabbed a powerful ghost with one hand? Looks like I completely misjudged him. Meanwhile, I ask Zane whether he belongs to the bridge or the ghost vault. Most humans have no idea, but the Underworld is now divided into 3 major factions. The Night Court, led by the King of Death, the Bridge, led by the Judge and the Ferrymen, and the Ghost Vault, led by the Ghost King. Dawn and I both belong to the Night Court. Night Court ghosts are generally peaceful and rarely take human lives. Bridge ghosts are more divided. Some are harmless, others are not. But the Ghost Vault, every single one of them loves to harm humans. They're all soaked in dark karma, short-tempered and vicious. Zane doesn't answer my question. He just curses and roars. I don't waste words. I grab Zane and slam him into the ground. A thunderous crash and a deep crater opens up. Zane's form flickers and fades slightly. I grab him again and smash him down over and over. Just as Zane is on the verge of being scattered, he cries out, "My lord, spare me. I'm from the Ghost Vault." That makes me slam him even harder. Ghost Vault ghosts are exactly what I hate most. Then I fire a series of questions at Zane. How many spirit wardens does the Ghost Vault have in the living world? How many spirit commanders? What's the rank of their strongest ghost? But Zane shakes his head at every question. He doesn't know. I give up asking and press my hand to Zane's forehead. He vanishes. Ding! Congratulations, player. You have obtained the Ghost Skill Soul Chain. A second page opens in the Ghost Tome filled with Zane's information. He generates 40 soul coins per day. The higher the rank of the ghost I collect, the more my daily output multiplies. And if I stockpile enough, I can reach the level of Vault Lord myself. Old Vance watches the ghost get subdued and finally lets out a long breath. He stares at his severed arm and sighs with resignation. This trip has been a total loss. 3 spirit artifacts destroyed, and an arm gone. He turns to me and bows deeply. "Young man, thank you for saving my life." Old Vance reaches into his coat and hands me 3,000 soul coins. I pocket them and am about to leave when a flash of cold white light floods in from every direction. Then, several pickup trucks roll in. When they stop, a group dressed in black trench coats steps out. One of the women speaks up. "We're from the Ghost Binders Guild. Where is the ghost that needs to be caught?" Old Vance immediately understands. "These are the reinforcements." He quickly says, "The ghost has already been driven off." The words are barely out of his mouth when the woman I saved earlier staggers out, walks up to Old Vance, and says guiltily, "Old Vance, I'm so sorry. Because of me, you lost your arm." Old Vance shakes his head and says wearily, "Serena, this isn't your fault. I was arrogant. I didn't scout ahead or figure out the ghost's rank." Serena turns to me and asks, "Are you all right? Did the ghost hurt you?" I shake my head. Serena immediately arranges a car and puts me up at a luxury hotel. The very next morning, the woman from the Ghost Binders Guild knocks on my door. "Hello, my name is Iris. I'm the deputy director of the Ghost Binders Guild in Yunzhou City." Serena had already told me about the guild yesterday. It's a government organization with a branch in almost every region. Before I can even ask why she's here, she says, "I'd like to invite you to join the Ghost Binders Guild. We won't put any restrictions on you. You're free to do whatever you want. want. We'll only call on you when we face something we can't handle ourselves, and we'll pay you accordingly. I'm not moved. I gesture for her to keep talking. Iris continues. The guild runs the most powerful intelligence network around. If you're looking for a person or a ghost, we can get you that information. And if you ever run into trouble, we can back you with our full resources. I don't turn her down outright. I've just returned to the living world and I still don't have a clear picture of how things work here. So I say, I'll think it over. Iris doesn't look disappointed at all. She says a polite goodbye and leaves. Outside, the man trailing behind Iris mutters with clear frustration, Iris, he's just a ghost binder. You don't have to grovel like that just to get him to join. Iris replies in a sharp, serious tone. He captured a rank terrifying ghost. The man instinctively pushes back. Didn't Old Vance say he just drove it away? Is Old Vance lying? Then it hits him. If Marcus actually caught a rank terrifying ghost, that means he must already have a bonded ghost of at least rank terrifying. And if he truly captured yesterday's ghost on top of that, wouldn't that mean he has 2 rank terrifying bonded ghosts? The thought hits him hard. He draws a sharp breath and suddenly understands why Iris has been acting so carefully. On the other side of the city, I sink into the sofa, cracking open a soda, munching on snacks, flipping through the TV, soaking in the feeling of being alive again. Once I'm full, I pull out the golden scroll the King of Death gave me and open it. The message reads, the Ghost Vault and the Bridge have already built their own forces in the living world. Our night court has no foothold there at all. Be careful out there. Clara is being hunted by the Ghost Vault. Help her survive if you can. I stroke my chin and think. Clearly, the other 2 factions are doing just fine in the living world, while Night Court is struggling. Clara, mentioned in the scroll, is my senior. Back when I was still a spirit warden, she looked out for me constantly. She was also the strongest spirit warden of them all, so the King of Death spent a massive amount of soul coins to send her to the living world to build up Night Court's presence. That was 3 years ago now, and it seems she's built nothing. Worse, she's being hunted. Then I think of the Ghost Binders Guild that Iris mentioned. Their intelligence network might be exactly what I need to find Clara. And it's always better to have powerful allies behind you. No matter how I look at it, joining is the smarter move. So I pull out my phone and call Iris and tell her I'm in. I don't expect them to show up so fast. Iris brings me a dedicated phone and an ID badge. We exchange a few polite words, and then she's gone. That's when Serena, who's been waiting nearby, finally speaks up. Marcus, can you help me catch a ghost? I won't let you do it for free. I'll give you a spirit artifact. She pulls out a small bell. One glance and I can tell it's a decent artifact, but not useful for me. I stay silent. Serena quickly adds, I can also give you 10 million in cash, a house, and a Rolls Royce. She's desperate to get her hands on a powerful ghost. Her younger siblings are already ghost binders. If she can't become one too, her standing in the Jian family will keep shrinking. I think for a moment and say, if you can help me find a Night Court spirit warden named Clara, I'll catch a ghost for you. The words barely leave my mouth when Serena answers excitedly, I actually know of a Night Court spirit warden, but I'm not sure if it's the one you're looking for. I'm genuinely surprised. I didn't expect a casual question to pay off so fast. I press her immediately. Where is the spirit warden? Serena's expression suddenly shifts. She says uneasily, that spirit warden is currently being auctioned off. A second later, she takes 2 involuntary steps back. A terrifying wave of power rolls off me. I say coldly, where? Serena answers in a shaking voice, at the Pure Heart Temple. From Serena, I quickly piece together the story. The Pure Heart Temple used to be completely unknown, but when the collapse hit 7 years ago, ghosts ran wild across the living world, and humans were pushed to the bottom of the food chain. The temple used talismans and peachwood swords to capture a good number of ghosts. Over these 7 years, it quietly grew into one of the most respected Taoist institutions around. After finishing, Serena looks at me and carefully adds, right now the Pure Heart Temple has 2 level 4 ghost binders stationed there, and 5 level 3 ghost binders. Just walking in like this is dangerous. I respond without hesitation. Take me there. Don't worry about anything else. Once it's over, I'll catch you a ghost. Serena sees she's not going to change my mind and nods. But the moment we step into the hotel lobby, a bald man blocks our path. Serena, where do you think you're going? Serena frowns and snaps. Get out of my way. I have important business. The bald man smirks. Important business? You mean getting 5 ghost binders killed last night? Or giving away the family's last few spirit artifacts? Or maybe spending nearly 10,000 soul coins in under a month while serving as acting head of the family? Grandfather is furious. He's stripping you of the acting head position and putting you under house arrest for 6 months. Serena's face goes dark. Someone in the family is clearly gunning for her. Before she can even respond, the bald man waves his hand, and 2 burly men step forward from behind him to drag Serena away. I'm done tolerating this. Get lost, I shout. The bald man looks me up and down and sneers. Dressed like that and you think you're somebody? Stay out of this. I'm done talking. I lift my leg and kick. The bald man goes flying. I grab Serena and walk out without looking back. Meanwhile, the auction at the Pure Heart Temple is winding down. Everything has been sold except the spirit warden, who still hasn't appeared. The crowd grows restless. Then, a middle-aged man walks out with a wide smile, cradling a wooden cage. Easy, everyone. The spirit warden is right here. Every eye locks onto the cage. It's covered in a black cloth, densely covered in red characters. The man slowly lifts half the cloth, revealing a shrunken black figure inside. This is your spirit warden. Whoever forms a pact with this one will become at least a level 5 ghost binder, possibly even level 6. The crowd buzzes with excitement, but the moment he announces the starting bid of 20,000 soul coins, the room goes dead silent. A long moment passes. No one bids. Finally, a young man speaks up. Can you go any lower? The middle-aged man shakes his head. No. 20,000 is the floor. This spirit warden was consigned by someone else. The Pure Heart Temple has no authority to change the price. He scans the room. Any bids? Just as everyone assumes it won't sell, a young man in designer clothes raises his hand and calls out, I'll take it. The middle-aged man's face breaks into a grin. Young Master Rex, always so generous. Rex smiles back. Can I inspect it first? The middle-aged man nods. Of course. He hands over the cage. Rex takes it and lifts the cloth for a closer look. There is indeed a spirit warden inside, though it's been beaten to the edge of dissolution. That doesn't matter to Rex. His plan is to have his bonded ghost absorb the spirit warden and upgrade to rank dangerous, making him a level 3 ghost binder. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, we're rushing as fast as we can and finally reach the Pure Heart Temple. Serena jumps out of the car. Marcus, hurry! If we're too late, someone else might buy the spirit warden. But the moment I step out, I stop. My eyes land on a wooden cage hanging from a young man's hand. I can feel the spirit warden's aura from there. At that moment, Rex notices me staring. He says warily, Hey, why are you staring at me? I point to the cage. Is there a spirit warden in there? Rex takes a quick step back. This person looks dangerous. He says carefully, I paid 20,000 soul coins for this. If you got 20,000, I'll sell it to you. I pause and think. I have less than 4,000 soul coins on me. So I ask with a sigh, can we work out some kind of trade? Rex doesn't even hesitate. He refuses. He figured I couldn't pay and made the offer knowing I'd fail. Then the middle-aged man beside him barks, Get out of the way. Serena leans in and whispers urgently, That's Bruno, bodyguard of the Wang family, level 3 ghost binder. Before she finishes, a soft explosion pops. A thin ribbon of black smoke drifts off my red official robe. Bruno's face drains of color. He just used a sneak attack on this man and left absolutely no mark on him at all. What they don't know is that my robe is a soul-forged armor. Even a rank terrifying ghost can barely scratch it. I raise my hand and say quietly, Soul chain. The moment I speak, a chain shoots straight at Bruno. He barely has time to try to dodge before it wraps around his neck. His whole body locks up. Rex throws his hands up immediately. Hey, let's calm down. We can work something out. I release the soul chain. Bruno collapses to his knees. Since when does Yunzhou City have someone this terrifying? I look at Rex. I'm not asking for it for free. Give me the spirit artifact and I'll give you something of equal value. Rex knows he's outmatched. He says honestly, I bought that artifact to upgrade my bonded ghost to rank dangerous. You can't exactly upgrade ghosts, can you? He grits his teeth and says, Fine, I'll just give you the spirit warden. Call it making a friend. Before he can finish, I cut him off. I can upgrade your bonded ghost to rank dangerous. Rex stares at me like I'm lying. You don't have to do that. I'll just give the spirit warden to you. I skip the explanations and lead Rex to a dim, quiet room nearby. Then I bark at the empty air. Come out. Rex looks around nervously. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here. Who is he even talking to? I watch Rex and sigh. Don't move. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to whoever's inside you. Rex stares at me like I've lost my mind. Come on, man. My bonded ghost doesn't answer to anyone but me. But a second later, a dark shadow slowly drifts out of Rex's body. Rex is completely lost. It actually worked. The bonded ghost trembles and pleads. My lord, spare me. I meant no disrespect. My soul is weak. My senses are slow. That's why it took me so long to appear before you. I ask directly, Are you from the Ghost Vault? The bonded ghost trembles and replies, I was once from the Night Court, but I was captured by a powerful Ghost Vault ghost and taken in. I look at the ghost, who is barely holding together, and ask, How did you get these injuries? The bonded ghost says with resignation, My lord, years ago you used the 5 seals inside the Ghost Vault and summoned a Ghost King that tore through everything. I was watching from far away, and I got caught in the blast. I nearly dissolved completely. Rex stands there with no idea what any of this means. How did a living person end up in the Underworld? And the 5 seals, that sounds terrifying. The bonded ghost's words put me in an awkward spot. Back then, the 5 seals weren't fully mastered. I forced the technique anyway, and it cost me a great deal. And after that incident, every ghost in the Ghost Vault found out I was the heir of the Grand Exorcist. I sigh and say, Let me heal you now. I pull 1,000 denomination soul coins from the ghost tome and press my hand to the ghost's head. In an instant, the coins dissolve into ghost energy and flow into the bonded ghost's body. Its form recovers visibly, right before our eyes. Once the bonded ghost is fully healed, it stumbles forward and thanks me repeatedly. I wave it off and send it back into Rex's body. The moment it returns, Rex feels the rank dangerous power surge through him. From now on, he's a level 3 ghost binder. He lights up. Marcus, the spirit artifact is yours right now. Rex moves to find Bruno and get the artifact. But the moment we step outside, Bruno drives past us at full speed. Rex and I both stare. He just ran? I'm getting annoyed. I just upgraded Rex's bonded ghost, and now Bruno bolts with the spirit warden. That's getting played completely. Rex stammers frantically. Marcus, this guy acted on his own. I swear I didn't tell him to do this. He frantically dials Bruno's number. What the hell are you running for? On the other end, Bruno grits his teeth. Sir, just hold on. I'm going back to get your grandfather. He'll come rescue you. Rex explodes. You dumbass, get back here right now. Bruno takes that as more proof that Rex is being held against his will and doubles down. Sir, I know you're being coerced. Just hold tight. I'll get your grandfather and we'll deal with that punk together. Rex is completely speechless. He shouts back, What are you making up in your head? No one's forcing me. I'm doing this willingly. Bring the spirit warden back right now. But no matter how Rex insists, Bruno isn't turning around. Rex glances at me with a guilty look, then stares down at his phone. I can see this as a misunderstanding and it won't be sorted out over the phone. So I say, then I'll have to go to your place and get the spirit artifact myself. Rex immediately nods in agreement. Then Marcus, come home with me right now. I shake my head. After I handle something else, I turn and walk straight toward the Pure Heart Temple. I ask in a cold, flat voice, who captured the spirit warden? Every head turns toward me. Whispers ripple through the crowd. The middle-aged man narrows his eyes. What's your business here, kid? I repeat myself. I'm asking who captured the spirit warden. The middle-aged man snaps. None of your business. Looks like you came here to cause trouble. Two figures appear behind him. Serena quickly leans in and whispers to me, Marcus, those are all level 3 ghost binders. I say flatly, I'm not here to cause trouble. I only want to know about the spirit warden. The middle-aged man scoffs and moves to summon his bonded ghost, but he suddenly realizes that whatever is inside him has gone completely silent. No matter how hard he calls, nothing responds. The level 3 ghost binders behind him are having the same problem. They still refuse to talk. So I say, if you won't talk, I'll have to do this the hard way. The ghost binders inside the temple don't flinch. They keep desperately trying to reach their bonded ghosts. Seeing that, I lower my head. My mouth opens. A retching sound escapes. An unknown liquid drips from my lips. At the same time, my chest begins to writhe, like something inside is forcing its way out. Right then, an old man in Taoist robes suddenly appears and bows to me with both hands. My lord, please hold back your power. I am the high master of this temple. Whatever you need, speak to me. I draw a slow breath and pull back whatever was rising inside me. Since the person in charge has shown up, there's no need to use the 5 seals. But seeing the high master treat me with such respect, the others grow indignant. High master, this man disrupted the auction. You should throw him out. The high master silences them with a sharp snap. Shut up. Every last one of you is blind. He turns back to me. My lord, forgive us. Please don't hold these foolish juniors against us. Let's speak inside. He leads me into the back room. What no one notices is that Rex is standing there with a pained expression, staring at the liquid I left on the ground. Do I really have to pick that up? That's disgusting. He hesitates. His bonded ghost has completely lost patience. Pick it up right now, you dumbass. That is not just saliva. It's a liquid formed when ghost aura reaches extreme concentration. For any ghost, it's a massive power boost. Rex feels the bonded ghost's urgency pressing against him, and forces himself to pick it up off the ground with a tissue. When he looks up, Serena is staring at him with a look of pure horror and disgust. Meanwhile, I get straight to the point. I only want to know who captured the spirit warden. The high master turns immediately to the middle-aged man. Elder Chin, tell this lord who captured that ghost. Elder Chin takes one look at the high master's dark expression and doesn't dare stall any longer. We didn't catch the ghost. Someone consigned it here. We only take 10%. I press further. Name? Faction? Where are they from? Elder Chin thinks for a moment. He called himself Shade. Didn't seem to be from Yunzhou City. I've only met him once. That's all we know. If you want to find him, I can contact you when he comes to collect his soul coins. I nod. I leave my number and walk away. Once I'm gone, Elder Chin turns to the High Master confused. Why were you so polite to that kid? He broke the temple's rules. There was no need for that. The High Master simply asks in a calm voice, do you know why none of you could summon your bonded ghost just now? Everyone shakes their heads. No one has an answer. Because your bonded ghosts were afraid. No one can believe what they're hearing. They stare at the High Master. A ghost afraid of a human? The High Master's expression stays grave. He is someone none of us can afford to cross. Stay away from him, always. On the other side of the city, Rex drives me and Serena to the gates of his family villa. The moment I step out of the car, I notice a tattooed man walking out of the Wang estate. A blood-red shadow floats behind him, filled with writhing figures screaming for help. That image tells me everything. His bonded ghost has been feeding on the life force of those souls to power itself up. Rex catches me staring and quickly says, Marcus, this is Drake, level 4 ghost binder. At that moment, Drake goes rigid, like he's listening to something no one else can hear. He glances over at us and immediately picks up his pace to leave, but I catch a very familiar aura coming off him. I flash in front of him and block his path. Old friend, why run the moment you see me? Drake scowls. I don't know you, we're not friends. He tries to turn away again. I block him again. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to whoever is inside you. Filthy ghost. We've crossed paths in the underworld more than once. Aren't you going to come out and face me? Before Drake can say another word, a pitch-black shadow slowly drifts out from inside him. It pleads, my lord, please spare me. Everyone around us is stunned. A level 4 bonded ghost acting like that? I don't hold back. Phantom, you committed every evil in the underworld. You come to the living world and do the same. You deserve to be destroyed. This ghost, Phantom, belongs to the Ghost Vault. Back when I was still a spirit warden, we had already clashed. I severed 3 of his souls back then, cutting his power down severely, but I let him slip away back to the living world. I never expected to find him here. Phantom forces down his panic and begs again. Marcus, you and I have no real quarrel. Please show mercy today. I let out a cold laugh. You killed several of my friends in the underworld. And you call that no quarrel? The words barely leave my mouth when a chain materializes out of thin air and drives straight at Phantom. He tries to dodge, but the chain is impossible to shake. It snaps around him instantly. Phantom knows he's finished. He screams, Marcus, this is the living world. The Ghost Vault rules here. There is no place for the Night Court. You won't walk away from this. I don't even bother responding to his threats. I reach out and press my hand to his head. Seal. Ding. Congratulations, player. You have obtained the ghost skill, Dark Mist. Rex and everyone nearby watches in pure shock. That was a rank terrifying ghost, and Marcus subdued it in under a few minutes. That is terrifying. Drake watches his bonded ghost get stripped from him and lunges forward. Give it back! That's my bonded ghost! I kick him away and turn to Rex. Take him to the authorities. He's killed at least a dozen people. Rex immediately has Drake tied up. Rex's father watches everything wrap up and calls out, "Rex, stop standing there. Bring our guest inside." Rex agrees without hesitation and smacks Bruno on the back of the head. "Dumbass, bring the spirit warden." And just like that, the wooden cage is brought before me. I lift the black cloth and find a pitch-black miniature figure inside. Red cords are threaded through all 4 of its limbs, suspending it at the center of the cage. The moment I see it, I can tell this is not Clara. When I try to open the cage, a crackling burst of electricity fires off instantly. The shock forces me to let go. A split second later, a red thread shoots straight at me. I draw my sword and slash the thread in one motion, then swing again at the cage. The wooden frame shatters. I press my palm against the ghost and channel ghost aura into it. Its body rapidly expands back to full size. The moment it recovers, it drops to one knee. "This humble one, Leo, greets my lord. Thank you for saving my life." I ask directly, "Who captured you?" Leo finally has someone to rely on and spills everything at once. "I was set up. A powerful ghost vault ghost and a vault ghost binder work together to trap me." I think for a moment and ask, "Do you know where Clara is?" Leo answers immediately. "Clara has been missing for a year. I sent other ghosts to search for her before, but they found nothing. There's nothing more useful to learn here." I say, "Understood. Go find somewhere to heal. I'll call on you when I need you." Then I turn to Serena. "Serena, can you lend me 10,000 soul coins?" Without a moment's hesitation, Serena says yes. "I'll go home and figure out how to get it for you." She turns and leaves. I don't linger either and head straight back to the hotel. The moment I'm in my room, I summon Phantom and press him for information about the Ghost Vault. Trembling with fear, Phantom says, "The Ghost Vault currently controls 3 provinces. They've built their own power structure, and they're working with Vault Ghost Binders. Their primary goal is to eliminate Night Court Spirit Wardens. So far they've ambushed and killed 32 of them." I take a moment to think and ask, how does the Ghost Vault know where to find Night Court Spirit Wardens? The Dragon Realm is vast. I genuinely can't figure out how the Spirit Wardens are being found so easily. Phantom shakes his head. He doesn't know either. "My lord, I'm not powerful enough to know. I only have access to basic information. That gives me a headache. If the Ghost Vault is targeting Night Court Spirit Wardens, that means they'll come after me too. After all, I killed plenty of Ghost Vault ghosts back in the Underworld." Just then, my phone rings. The moment I pick up, Iris's urgent voice comes through. "Marcus, do you have time right now?" I say, "Just tell me what's happening." Iris skips the small talk. "Something powerful has appeared at 26 Huang High Street. 3 ghost binders are already dead. I'd like you to take a look. If you can handle it, there's a 2,000 soul coin reward." I agree on the spot. I am very much in need of money right now. After I hang up, I change clothes. The spirit silk robe draws too much attention. Any ghost that sees it will know exactly who I am. Until I know more about the Ghost Vault's movements, staying low is the smarter play. I grab my sword, hail a cab, and head to 26 Huang High Street. The moment I step out, I see the road ahead is blocked. "Sir, the road is closed. No entry for now." I hold up the badge Iris gave me. "I'm with the Ghost Binders Guild. I'm here to deal with the problem." The man takes one look and says, "Follow me." He leads the way and gives me a warning as we walk. 4 ghost binders went in earlier. 3 are dead. 1 is critically injured. Be very careful. We soon arrive at an abandoned, unfinished building. A crowd huddles outside, all talking at once. The man walks up to a woman with a ponytail. "Tanya, the Ghost Binders Guild sent someone." Tanya gives a brief nod and goes right back to ignoring me. She's on the phone asking someone how long until they arrive. I decide to just walk in on my own, but I barely take a few steps before Tanya grabs my arm. "Where do you think you're going?" I look at her, genuinely puzzled. "To catch the ghost?" Tanya yanks me back without another word. "That ghost in there is brutal. It's already killed 3 ghost binders. You go in alone, you're dead. Wait, I've called in someone very powerful. Once she gets here, we go in together." I let it go. 10 minutes later, a roar of engines fills the air. I look up to see a helicopter touching down nearby. A woman steps out holding an umbrella. Tanya leans over to me. "Vera is the strongest level 3 ghost binder alive. See that umbrella she's holding? That's a spirit artifact. There's a rank hazardous ghost living inside it." Vera walks over and asks, "Tanya, what's the situation?" Tanya frowns. "It's bad. We've already lost 3 ghost binders." Vera taps the black umbrella. A dark shadow drifts upward from it and leans in close to Vera's ear, whispering something. Vera nods and signals Tanya toward the building. I fall in right behind them. Vera notices me and says, "You must be new. Stay close to me. When we run into the ghost, I'll keep you safe." She turns and leads the way into the building. We haven't gone far when a sharp crack rings out. Tanya and Vera both flinch hard. I say with a slightly awkward look, "Sorry, stepped on a rock." Internally, I'm speechless. Those 2 nearly jumped out of their skin over a pebble. Right at that moment, I sense 2 separate pulses of ghost aura. One strong and one weak. That means there are 2 ghosts in this building. One is considerably weaker, and Vera is heading straight toward the weaker one. The stronger ghost is in the opposite direction. Tanya catches me looking around. "What's wrong? Did you see something?" I point the other way. "Nothing. I'm going this way." Before they can respond, I turn and walk off in the opposite direction. Tanya stares at my back and mutters, "The new guy probably hasn't been through anything life or death yet. He's scared." Vera nods knowingly. "We've all been there. My first ghost catching mission, I was terrified too." Suddenly, Vera's ghost snaps to attention and senses something ahead. It shoots forward. Vera picks up her pace and follows close behind. Meanwhile, I've just reached the second floor when a wave of unnatural cold crashes into me. I look up and come face to face with a rotting, decomposed face. The ghost raises its hand, and a surge of black energy blasts toward me. I raise my arm and block it cleanly. Then I snap my hand forward and activate Soul Chain. The ghost is bound in an instant. I study the struggling ghost and murmur to myself, rank dangerous. I promised Serena I'd get her a rank dangerous ghost. This one fits perfectly. My hand on the ghost's head and activate the sealing technique. In the blink of an eye, the ghost condenses into a solid black sphere. The sealed ghost cries out in shock. You know the sealing technique. You're a spirit commander. Then it starts begging. My lord, spare me. I didn't mean to kill anyone. Those ghost binders came after me. I only killed them to survive. I drop the black sphere into my pocket and say calmly, relax, I won't hurt you. Then I walk straight out of the building. On the other side, Vera has just scattered the rank hazardous ghost and is telling Tanya, there should be another ghost here, rank dangerous. A single rank hazardous ghost couldn't have killed 3 ghost binders on its own. But no matter how long the two of them search the building, they find nothing. They eventually give up. Meanwhile, back at the Xian family estate, a young man is pointing at Serena and shouting, you already burned through over 10,000 soul coins, and now you want another 10,000? Are you trying to drain this family dry? Serena fights back. I know someone incredibly powerful. He's willing to catch a rank dangerous ghost for me. All I have to do is lend him 10,000 soul coins. The cousin scoffs. Serena, are you serious? Do you have any idea how hard it is to catch a rank dangerous ghost? Third aunt chimes in. Serena, you've probably been tricked. Even if someone caught one, forming a pact is a whole different challenge. Serena's heart sinks as she watches even third aunt turn against her. Then Grandpa speaks up out of nowhere. Let the girl have the 10,000 soul coins. The moment he says it, the uncle immediately objects. Dad, Serena has already destroyed several spirit artifacts. We only have just over 10,000 soul coins left. If we give it all to her, this family is finished. The cousin adds, she's already burned through 2/3 of everything we had. I say we don't give her another coin, and we lock her up to make an example. Right then, a voice no one recognizes cuts through the room. I'd like to see who dares. Every head turns in shock as I walk straight up to Serena. Is this fight about getting me the 10,000 soul coins? Before Serena can answer, third aunt steps forward and asks, you're the one who borrowed 10,000 soul coins from Serena? I nod. That's me. The cousin lets out a laugh. Serena, you're an idiot. You think this punk can actually catch a rank dangerous ghost? Third aunt shakes her head. Serena, you've been conned. I don't say a word. I just raise my hand and give a small wave. A ghost materializes out of thin air. Grandpa's eyes go wide. That is unmistakably a rank dangerous ghost. Third aunt, however, isn't convinced. Is that really rank dangerous? It doesn't look that strong to me. She doesn't even finish the sentence before the ghost's hand closes around her throat. Stop, I snap. The ghost immediately releases her and steps back to my side. The cousin gulps hard. That ghost is absolutely terrifying. I turn to Serena. This ghost is yours. Form a pact. Serena is both thrilled and nervous. What will it cost me? In the eyes of ghosts, humans are the lowest of beings, so for a human to form a pact with a ghost, they must meet whatever terms the ghost demands. The more powerful the ghost, the steeper the price. What exactly that price is depends on what the ghost wants. But I don't let the ghost speak. I cut in first. No conditions, just form the pact. Then I turn to the ghost. Bring out the contract. The ghost cooperates without question and produces a contract. It contains only 4 words, form a pact, no other terms. Serena looks at me, then at the ghost. She can't understand why this ghost is so obedient, but she doesn't hesitate. She presses her finger to the contract. In an instant, the ghost merges into her body. Grandpa watches the pact complete and announces, I'm old. This family is Serena's from now on. He walks out of the hall. Serena turns to the room. I intend to spend 10,000 soul coins. Anyone have a problem with that? No one dares say a word. They all agree at once. You're the head of the family now, whatever you say. Once everyone clears out, Serena brings me the 10,000 soul coins. Marcus, thank you. Here are the 10,000 soul coins. The house and car I promised you, I'll have them ready as soon as possible. I take the coins and say, don't mention it. I made you a promise. I always follow through. I'll pay you back as soon as I can. For the house, try to find somewhere with heavy yin energy. Serena nods. No problem. I think through my debts. I still owe Serena 10,000 soul coins. And I still owe Rex 10,000, so I ask, do you know any fast way to earn soul coins? Serena thinks for a moment. There's no quick way, really. But if you have extra spirit artifacts to sell, you could make enough in one go. In the living world, spirit artifacts are incredibly rare. Even a lower quality one can easily sell for several thousand soul coins, and a better one can go for tens of thousands. A ghost might only ever forge one artifact in its entire existence, and under normal circumstances, no ghost would ever give it away. My eyes light up. Back in the Underworld, the King of Death personally taught me how to forge spirit artifacts, so as long as I have enough soul coins, I can make as many as I want. The idea clicks. I ask, if I have spirit artifacts, where do I sell them? The Four Corners Market in the center of Yunzhou City. That's where ghost binders trade with each other. Any spirit artifact will sell there without trouble. I don't waste another second. I rush back to the hotel and start forging. I hold 1,000 denomination soul coins in my right hand, while my left hand shifts through a rapid sequence of gestures. The coins dissolve into ghost energy and slowly take the shape of a small knife. As time passes, the outline sharpens and solidifies. I look at the finished blade with a slight frown. This is a lower tier artifact, usable at most 7 times, probably worth a few thousand soul coins, but the profit margin is solid. Through the night, I burn through over 7,000 soul coins and forge 3 more artifacts. At first light, I take the luxury car Serena gave me and drive to the Four Corners Market. I walk up to a random stall and pick up a bell-shaped spirit artifact. I look it over and say, "This low-grade artifact can only be used once. Pretty weak." The stall owner explodes. "Do you even know what you're looking at, kid? This artifact only works once, but it's top grade. So how much?" He stares at me like I crawled out of nowhere. 3,000 soul coins. I blink. "That little thing sells for 3,000? I push a little further. "What would a 6-use artifact go for?" The owner stares at me like I've said something absurd. "Kid, do you have any clue what you're talking about? A 6-use artifact is a treasure, something that rare would never appear on the open market. The more uses an artifact has, the more it's worth. The most valuable artifacts currently being sold at the Four Corners Market top out at 3 uses." After this conversation with the stall owner, it all becomes clear. The 7-use artifacts I forged should sell for a very impressive price. I pull out a short sword and hand it to the shop owner. "How much do you think this artifact is worth?" The owner stares at the sword in disbelief. "This artifact, it can be used 7 times? Will you buy it?" The owner shakes his head. "You're flattering me. I can't afford this, but I can shout it around for you. Someone will definitely bite." I nod. The owner cups his hands around his mouth and yells, "Brand new artifact, usable 7 times. Anyone buying?" The words barely leave his mouth, and within seconds a crowd swarms around me. "This artifact, can it really be used 7 times? You're not scamming us, are you? I've never even heard of an artifact that works 7 times. The owner hands the sword back to me with a grin. "Lil bro, I got the crowd here. The rest is on you." I nod and hold up the sword. "This basic artifact can indeed be used 7 times. Someone cuts me off immediately. "Did you just call a premium artifact basic? This is clearly a premium artifact." I stare at him. "If a use-limited artifact counts as premium, then what do you call one that lasts forever?" Every single person in the crowd freezes and gasps. "A permanent artifact? Who has ever seen one of those? That would be priceless." Everyone talks over each other. I realize quickly, these people have no concept of permanent artifacts. I steer the conversation back. "So how many soul coins is this artifact worth?" Someone answers, "A premium like this? Anywhere from 20 to 30,000. I'm genuinely surprised. I raise my voice. "Anyone buying this artifact?" Silence. Not because they don't want it, they're just broke. Just as I'm about to give up, a woman in a cheapao walks over. "How much?" she asks. She has serious presence. 32,000 soul coins, I say. Yvonne agrees on the spot. My first thought, I quoted too low. I figured she had money, but not this much. 32,000 and she doesn't even haggle. Then, a blue-haired guy cuts in. "I want to buy it too." Yvonne frowns. "Blaze, what exactly are you?" "Nothing special, I just want to buy it too. Who wouldn't want a premium artifact?" Yvonne's temper flares. "We already agreed on a price." Blaze cuts her off. "But you haven't paid yet, so no deal is done. I'll pay 35,000. Yvonne goes quiet. She knows she can't match Blaze's wallet. She accepts it and turns to leave, but I step in front of her. "Don't leave just yet. I keep my word. I promise to sell it to you, and I'm not going back on that. 32,000, and it's yours." I hand her the sword. Yvonne is caught off guard, completely off guard. She didn't think people like this still existed. She pays the 32,000 without hesitation. Blaze watches the deal close, and his face falls. He turns to leave. I call out to him. "Leaving already? The artifact's sold." "Of course I'm leaving." I smile. "Hold on, I've got another artifact. Want to take a look?" The whole crowd freezes again. "Another premium artifact? This guy's resources are insane." Blaze eyes the sword at my waist. "Is that the one?" I shake my head quickly. "Not that one. This one." I pull out a pair of scissors-shaped artifact. Blaze looks it over. "Is this premium?" "I only want premium." I smile. "Of course. Same as the last one. Same quality. Usable 7 times." Blaze looks skeptical. But the moment he holds it, all doubt vanishes. "It's real." "How much?" he asks. 32,000. Blaze pays without blinking. Yvonne's face darkens. She thought I was honorable. Turns out I just didn't want to lose a customer. She turns to leave. I call out again. "Yvonne, want another premium artifact? I've still got one." Yvonne stares as I produce a sphere-shaped artifact. Where is this guy getting all these premium pieces? But she's out of soul coins, and shakes her head. I sigh and look over at Blaze. "Want this one?" Blaze hesitates, then declines. Not because he doesn't want it. He just doesn't have enough soul coins left. I turn to the crowd. "Anyone else?" I wait. Nothing. Looks like this one isn't moving today. I pocket the artifact and stroll over to the ghost trading section of the Four Corners Market. I activate Ghost Eye to scan the stalls. One ghost in the corner catches my eye immediately. Name, Snow. Rank, Common. Ghost skill, Fearless. Allows the ghost to move freely under sunlight. I stare at the information, stunned. This ghost skill is absolutely broken. Everyone knows ghosts are terrified of sunlight. Weak ones can't even show up during the day. Even powerful ghosts need shade to survive. Then, a girl speaks up. "Sir, would you like to buy my ghost?" Before I can answer, the owner at the next stall cuts in. "That's just a common rank ghost. Completely useless. Want to check out mine instead?" The girl hears him and lowers her head. She already knows. Common rank. No value. I ignore the man and look at the girl. I'll take it. She blinks at me, unsure she heard right. I hand her 1,000 soul coins. Is that enough? Her eyes light up. Yes, thank you. Transaction done. I turn to the ghost and raise my hand, and absorb it in an instant. I drive to the luxury villa Serena arranged for me. The moment I step inside, I release the ghost I just bought. I place my hand on its head and activate the ghost tome. The ghost is sealed. Then, congratulations, you have obtained ghost skill Fearless. With this skill, I can now summon ghosts freely in broad daylight. At that moment, Spirit Warden Leo appears in my room. Spirit Commander, you called? I nod. Come here. I'm healing you, my lord. My wounds will heal on their own. You don't need to spend soul coins on me. I don't bother arguing. I pull out 10,000 soul coins, convert them into soul energy, and channel it into Leo's body. His wounds close completely. Thank you, Spirit Commander. I wave it off. Don't mention it. Stay close for now. I may need you soon. Leo straightens up. At your command. He exits. Then my phone rings. I pick up. A clear, calm voice comes through. Marcus. The people who were selling spirit wardens at the Pure Heart Temple, they're coming back in 1 week. If you're looking to intercept them, start preparing now. I sit up straight. The people who've been capturing spirit wardens are finally showing their faces. I need to get ready. I want to see exactly who has the nerve to kidnap spirit wardens from the night court. I hang up, and the phone rings again immediately. It's Iris. Marcus, please come by Ghostbinders Guild headquarters tomorrow. I need your help. I agree without hesitation. She's probably sending me on a ghost hunting job. Either way, time to power up first. I summon Dawn. My lord, you called? I smile. Time for an upgrade. I pull out 20,000 soul coins. They ignite with a boom, and streams of soul energy pour into Dawn's body. She lets out a bone-chilling scream, her eyes slowly turning red, her form darkening, growing more solid, more real. Dawn feels the power surge through her. Nightmare rank. She bows deeply. Thank you, my lord. I think for a moment, then speak. You don't need to stay sealed in the ghost home anymore. Stay by my side and follow my orders. Dawn accepts eagerly. This means her status is now above every other ghost in the ghost home. None of them can compare. I summon Zane next, and bring out another 20,000 soul coins. Same process. Zane's form darkens, deepens. He pumps his fist. Nightmare rank. He bows. Thank you, my lord. I give a short nod. Stay by my side from now on, and follow my every command. The next day, I arrive at the Ghostbinders Guild as promised. Iris spots me and holds out a card. This is your official guild ID. With this card, no matter what trouble you run into, the guild has your back. I pocket it. Was there something else? Iris hesitates. Do you happen to have any more premium artifacts? Word had already spread through the Ghostbinder community about yesterday's sales at the Four Corners Market. I smile and pull out a small blade artifact and hand it to Iris. We know each other, but soul coins are still soul coins. Iris feels the power radiating from it immediately. She smiles and hands over a thick stack. 35,000 soul coins. I take the payment. If any of your friends are looking for premium artifacts, send them my way. Iris raises an eyebrow. Does he still have more? At that moment, a man in a suit strides into the room. Iris glances at him, then at me. That's all for now, you can head out. But as I turn to leave, the suit man blocks my path. Hold on. Do you still have any artifacts on you? Iris frowns. Chester, he's my friend. I'm not causing trouble, just asking about artifacts. Chester cuts her off and fixes his gaze on me, eyes practically gleaming with greed. I pull out a silver needle-shaped artifact. Chester's eyes go wide when he sees it's real, and snatches it right out of my hand. He examines it, nodding. Now this is something. He pockets it just like that. 32,000 soul coins, I remind him. Chester waves a hand with a grin. Got it, and turns to walk away. I step forward and block him. 32,000 soul coins. Chester drops the smile. Just give it to me as a gift. I'll boost your rank in the guild. No, I say flatly. Pay up. 32,000, or hand it back. Chester's brow furrows. Marcus, we're both guild members. Colleagues, you can't spare one artifact for me? I shake my head. Chester decides to stop playing nice. You really want to do this the hard way? And make enemies? The words are barely out of his mouth. Chester summons his bonded ghost. It locks onto me instantly, fixing on my presence. Hand over the artifact. Call it a friendship gift. He doesn't even finish the sentence. A red blur explodes into the room and sends the rank terrifying ghost flying. The entire building shudders. Who dares threaten my lord? Dawn's roar tears through the air, a crushing pressure wave rolling across every floor. Iris's heart clenches. Nightmare rank. She glances at Chester and snorts. She steps back. Not her problem. Dawn seizes Chester by the throat. He can't even struggle. The gap in power is enormous. Guild members pour into the room and freeze the moment they see it. Nightmare rank. They're paralyzed. Before any of them can react, a wall of black energy surges through the room, and every person in the room goes rigid. Iron chains snap around every neck in the room. I follow the chains back to their source. Another nightmare rank ghost. It's Zane. And the moment Zane moves, every life in the room is in his hands. Even the unshakable Iris feels a chill creep up her scalp. A single nightmare rank ghost can wipe out an entire city. I have two, which means no one in all of Yunzhou City can touch me. Chester has completely short-circuited. What the hell is happening? Nightmare rank ghosts are just everywhere now? At that moment, Dawn speaks. My lord, shall I kill everyone here? The room goes dead silent. Every person holding their breath. This nightmare ghost is absolutely terrifying. Chester's stomach drops. He does not want to die. Hey, I'm sorry. I'll pay. I'll buy the artifact. I raise a hand. Let him go. Dawn releases him instantly. Chester crashes to the floor, but he doesn't care about the pain. He scrambles to pull out 32,000 soul coins and shoves them at me. I was completely out of line. I sincerely apologize. He has never been this humble in his life. Dawn moves to step behind me and accidentally grazes my hair. She freezes and drops to her knees. My lord, I didn't mean to touch you. Forgive me. Everyone in the room stares. A nightmare rank ghost. This submissive? What did he do to her? Iris swallows hard. How on earth did Marcus get a nightmare rank ghost? This obedient. I ignore the room. It's fine. Forget it. Dawn exhales in relief. She and Zane vanish at the same time. Chester immediately finds an excuse. Marcus, I deeply apologize for earlier. My wife just fell ill and I really need to get back to her. So I'll be heading out. He bolts. Iris turns to the remaining guild members. Get back to work. Everyone scatters. Once the room is clear, Iris finally asks, were those two ghosts the full extent of your power? I answer casually. Not even close. Those two are just the tip of the iceberg. Iris's jaw drops. Just the tip? Does Marcus have something even more powerful than nightmare rank? She feels a deep wave of relief. Thank goodness she recruited him into the guild. At least they're not enemies. She then asks carefully, are you still willing to take ghost hunting assignments? I smile. Of course. Send whatever jobs my way. The assignments themselves don't matter much to me. What matters is the ghosts. Specifically ones with rare or unusual ghost skills. Those are the real prize. Iris nods and pulls out her phone. Then I'll add you to the Yunzhou City Ghostbinders group chat. Jobs get posted there whenever they come up. Pick up whatever looks right for you. The moment I join, a message is already waiting. Level 3 Ghostbinder Lyra is in danger at the West District. Anyone nearby, please respond immediately. I stroke my chin, puzzled. It's the middle of the day. How is she in danger? Iris notices me reading the message and asks carefully, Marcus, would you go yourself? I nod. Done. But as I turn to go, something else crosses my mind. I turn back. I need you to look into the whereabouts of a ghost named Clara. Iris looks up, startled. Clara? Isn't she already gone? That hits me like a thunderclap. Gone? What do you mean gone? I step forward urgently. Iris flinches at the sudden movement and quickly explains. She came to the guild about a year ago seeking help, but the leadership couldn't reach an agreement, so they turned her away. After that, nothing. I assumed she was gone. Why did she come to the guild in the first place? What happened to her? Iris hesitates, then forces it out. It's complicated. From what I know, she was being hunted by forces from the Ghost Vault, completely cornered, and came to us for protection. The moment I hear Ghost Vault, my jaw tightens with rage. In the Underworld, the ghosts of the Night Court and the Ghost Vault have always been mortal enemies. And now they've followed us to the living world, still refusing to let up. What the hell is wrong with them? Can't they leave us alone? They just can't stop going after the Night Court. I'm not at king level strength yet, otherwise I'd go wipe them out right now. Iris watches me fume, unsure what to do. Then I speak again. Are you certain Clara is gone? Iris shakes her head nervously. Not certain. It's just what I assumed. I'll look into it right now. The moment I find anything, I'll contact you. I nod. Call me the second you have news. I leave the guild and drive straight to the school in the West District where Lyra is stationed. I walk onto campus and immediately spot a crowd surrounding her. I can just barely hear her voice. Tight, furious. This ghost is mine, so why would I hand it over? A heavy-set man steps forward, shameless. We had our eye on that ghost first. You just moved faster and grabbed it before us. But it was our target, so hand it back. Lyra's eyes narrow. This isn't going to end peacefully. She scans the area. She sent the distress message to the group chat. Someone should be coming. Then she sees me and her face lights up. I ignore everyone else and walk straight to her. What's going on? These people are from the Purple Dragon Society. I caught a ghost yesterday, and they're trying to take it. I frown. Purple Dragon Society? What are they? Same as us, an official organization. They just handle miscellaneous work. Lyra finishes explaining and looks past me. Where's the rest of the team? I answer calmly. There is no team. Just me. Lyra's face shifts. Marcus came alone? How is that any better than no one coming? The heavy-set man, let's call him Tank, bursts out laughing. You called for backup and got one guy? He here to take a beating? Lyra grits her teeth and shoots me a look, clearly telling me to run. I ignore her and scan the other side. 3 level 2 Ghostbinders. 4 level 1 Ghostbinders. I look at Lyra genuinely puzzled. You're level 3? Why are you afraid of this group? Before Lyra can answer, Tank jabs a finger at the sky with a smug grin. Level 3, so what? Doesn't matter how strong she is. Nobody can summon a ghost under direct sunlight. Lyra burns with frustration. If ghosts could appear in sunlight, she would have already summoned her bonded ghost, and made Tank regret every word. I finally understand. I nod slowly. Leave this to me. Tank scoffs. One guy against all of us? I raise my hand and murmur quietly. Ghost skill. Soul chain. An iron chain materializes out of thin air and cracks hard across Tank's body. His scream tears through the plaza. The men behind Tank see it happen and stumble backward in shock. Lyra stares, completely disbelieving. How is he using a ghost skill in broad daylight? Under normal circumstances, even I can't use ghost skills in direct sunlight. But I just unlocked something completely broken. Ghost skill, Fearless. Once activated, lets ghost energy operate freely under sunlight, full freedom in broad daylight, and against small timers like Tank, I don't even need to summon a ghost. Ghost skills alone are more than enough. I send another chain, cracking hard across Tank's back. The pain sends him rolling across the ground. I look up at the others, voice cold. Anyone else? No one makes a sound. I take Lyra and walk off campus. After we part ways, I get in the car and head home, but I've been driving in circles for over an hour and can't find my way out. Something's blocking me. I pull over, and the surroundings are wrong. Dense white fog everywhere. No roads, just dirt mounds. When did I end up here? I catch a faint trace of ghost energy in the air, and follow it. I don't get far before I hear it. A low, haunting sobbing. I follow the sound. A woman is crouched beside a large rock. She must hear my footsteps, because she slowly turns her head. I nearly jump out of my skin. Holy, that face. My hand goes straight to my sword, and I level it at her. Why are you blocking my path? The female ghost murmurs, give me back my child. You took my child. I'll make you pay with your lives. She lunges, and then stops dead. Marcus, my lord. I blink. Who is this ghost? She knows my name, which means she knows me. But I'm not wearing my spirit commander robes right now. No ghost should be able to identify me, unless they already know me. The ghost speaks frantically. I'm Ivy. Do you remember the ghost mother incident? Everything clicks. It's her. Back in the Underworld when I was training the 5 seals, the first ghost I ever subdued was the ghost mother. She was unlike any other, and I could only seal her because Ivy helped me. If you recognized me, I asked confused, did you block my path on purpose? Ivy glances around nervously. No, my grief was so heavy it warped the surroundings. You got trapped by accident. She begins to sob again. My lord, please, I need your help. Strangers took my child and I can't find him. Afraid I'll say no, she rushes on. Marcus, my lord, if you help me find my child, I will repay you 100 times over. I think it over. I'll help you find your child, but you need to sign an obedience contract with me. Ivy agrees without a second's hesitation. As long as you find my child, I'd give up my soul without regret. I nod. Then come with me. Ivy dissolves into mist and binds herself to my sword. I pull out my phone and post in the group chat. Anyone with good intel? I need information on a ghost. Almost immediately, someone named Raven replies, looking to catch a ghost or buy one? Add me. Let's talk privately. I add Raven and message directly. I'm looking for a ghost child who is taken. The reply comes fast. Tonight, meet me at Wanling KTV. I'll take you to find him. I pocket my phone and drive home first. The moment I'm through the door, Leo appears. My lord, someone broke in while you were out. My expression hardens. Do we know who? I tag them with my energy. Shall I track them down? I nod. Go find out who it was, and be careful. If they have any connection to the ghost vault, your safety comes first. Leo nods and goes. Around 7 that evening, I drive to Wanling KTV. I find Raven and cut straight to it. Can you actually help me find the ghost child? Raven grins. You came to the right person. I'll take you to my uncle, best intel network in all of Yunzhou City. Nothing slips past him. She leads me through the KTV and into the hidden black market beneath it. Then, a man brushes past me and bumps my arm. I roll my eyes. Wide corridor and he still manages to hit me. But then, the next second, something feels off. I check my pocket. The 10,000 soul coins I was carrying, gone. No question. That man lifted them. Raven notices I've stopped and turns around. What's wrong? I look toward the direction the man went and say quietly, my soul coins were stolen. I'm getting them back. Before she can say a word, I'm already moving. Raven runs after me. Don't bother. Anyone stealing in here has serious backing. You won't get them back. I ignore her completely and keep walking. Through a corridor, I spot the man darting into a back room. I follow to the door. The room is packed, and every face in it is glaring at me. The thief is in the back, swinging my 10,000 soul coins like he owns them. As I step forward, a man in black blocks the door. Hey, what do you want? I point past him. That man in there stole my soul coins. The man in black bristles immediately. Who are you calling a thief? Watch your mouth. There are consequences for false accusations. The words barely land and the whole room starts closing in. These people have clearly done this before, using numbers to intimidate. It's routine to them. Raven catches up to me, takes one look at the standoff, and goes pale. She forces a smile. Sorry, total misunderstanding. My friend's never been to the black market before, doesn't know how things work. Please, don't take it personally. The man in black doesn't budge. He smiles, but it's not friendly. If he's your friend, then you should keep him in line. This is Shade's territory. You know what happens when you cross Shade? Raven keeps bowing. I know, I'm so sorry, I'm taking him out right now. She grabs my arm and can't move me. These people stole my soul coins. Raven drops her voice to a whisper. This is Shade's turf. He's a level 4 ghost binder. Don't start anything, let's just go. I don't react, and just keep my eyes on the room. The man in black has seen enough. He summons his bonded ghost. The others in the room follow, bonded ghosts appearing one by one. Since they want to do this the hard way, I look at Raven. Give me 10 minutes. I'll handle this. Raven watches me square up and frantically pulls out her phone to post in the group chat. Help! Marcus is in trouble at the black market. Lyra sees the message and immediately responds. What kind of trouble? What is happening? Raven types back fast. Someone lifted his 10,000 soul coins. Shade's crew. Now Marcus wants to fight them. Please someone come. I'm scared he's going to get himself killed. Lyra replies urgently. Shade is a level 4 ghost binder. You need to stop Marcus. Right now. Don't let him do anything reckless. Raven is nearly in tears. I literally cannot stop him. Ghost binders are terrifying. Another member, Lingzi, jumps in. If you've got Shade involved, I'm heading there now. Lyra lights up. Yes, perfect. Lingzi, you know Shade. Put in a good word, hurry. Raven adds, Come fast. If you're too late, we might be collecting what's left of Marcus. Meanwhile, the bonded ghosts surge toward me. Raven sees it happen and forces herself forward to drag me out when a shriek cuts through the air. Then another, and another, a wave of ghost screams. Raven watches in disbelief as every ghost around me scatters like prey fleeing a predator. She rubs her eyes. She's not imagining it. These ghosts are terrified of him. 3 of them are cut clean through mid-air, gone in an instant. As I move through them, sword in my right hand, 1 clean strike per ghost, fluid, effortless. In under 15 seconds, more than half of the 20+ bonded ghosts are gone. Raven stares at my sword. What kind of artifact is that? How is it so powerful? Then a man appears behind me, driving a spiral-shaped artifact straight at my back. Raven braces for the worst, but I spin and bring the sword back in one motion. A clean sound, and the arm holding the artifact is dealt with. Once every bonded ghost is gone, one remains, hovering in the air. Its ghost skill catches my eye. Interesting. I want to capture it, not destroy it. The ghost senses something is wrong and tries to return to its player. I raise my hand and seal it before it can move, pulling it into the ghost tome. Congratulations, you have obtained ghost skill, blink. Instantly transport yourself to any visible location within line of sight. At the same time, a man feels the bond with his ghost snap and screams at me. What gives you the right to take my bonded ghost? Give it back. I kick him across the room. Then I look at the rest of them. Anyone else? Dead silence. Not a single sound. Raven's brain is completely short-circuited. She had imagined a lot of possible outcomes, but not this one. One person just wiped out over 20 bonded ghosts. I walk into the room. The thief is cowering in the corner, face drained white, not a trace of that earlier attitude. I'm sorry, please let me go. He holds out the 10,000 soul coins without being asked. Raven doesn't know what to think. He just wrecked Shade's entire operation solo. And, no question, Shade already knows. Sure enough, a middle-aged man appears at the entrance, takes in the wreckage, and fixes his cold gaze on me. What exactly do you think you're doing? I answer flatly. Your people stole my soul coins. I gave them a minor correction. Shade scoffs. You call this minor? Before he finishes, I rest my sword across his shoulder. I smile. I don't think I went too far. Then the smile drops. I'm in a bad mood. Don't push me. Shade raises his hand to snap the blade off his shoulder. But the moment his fingers touch the sword, his own bonded ghost sends him a surge of pure fear. Don't provoke him. You will die. Do not touch him. This is a rank, terrifying bonded ghost, and it's afraid. Raven swallows hard. Marcus is something else, afraid of no one, not even a level 4 ghost binder, and actually provoking him. Raven is certain a fight is about to break out, but Shade suddenly smiles, almost warmly. You didn't go too far. They were in the wrong. I lower my sword. Control your people. Next time, I won't mind adding you to the lesson. Understood, Shade says. His tone carries zero resentment. One of Shade's men can't take it anymore. He steps forward. Boss, this guy just tore up our whole operation. He even took our bonded ghosts. And we're just letting it go? Shade slaps him across the room. I glance at Raven. This is the black market. Killing someone here doesn't carry any consequences, right? Raven nods frantically. None at all. Shade breaks into a cold sweat, because that line was clearly meant for him. If he makes one wrong move, someone is dying today. I see Shade getting the message, and walk out with a completely dazed Raven. Raven immediately opens the Yunzhou City Ghostbinders group chat, and sees the chat flooded with people asking for updates. She tags Ling Shi. You don't need to come anymore. It's over. Wait, is Marcus the one who got dealt with? Is Marcus dead? Did Shade make a move? The chat explodes with questions. Raven nearly laughs, and types back. He's completely fine. That old geezer Shade didn't dare touch him. Marcus wrecked Shade's entire operation by himself. Absolute legend. Completely untouchable. Even Shade wouldn't go near him. She puts her phone away, ignores the explosion of messages that follows, and points at my sword. Marcus, what rank is that artifact? I don't answer. Ghost energy isn't something I need to explain to anyone in the living world. Raven sees I'm not going to answer and shifts. Is your bonded ghost rank terrifying? I shake my head. No. Raven claps a hand over her mouth. Nightmare rank? I don't confirm it. Instead, enough gossip. Weren't you supposed to be helping me get intel? Raven snaps back to reality. Right, this way. We reach a small, unmarked shop. An old man sits inside. Raven points at him. That's my uncle. Uncle Feng sets down what he's doing and looks up with a smile. Raven, it's been a while. How've you been? Not bad, Raven says. This is my friend, Marcus. Uncle Feng hears the name and leans in, studies my face. I know you. You made a scene at the Chen Estate a few days ago, nearly turned the Ghost Binders Guild headquarters upside down yesterday, and you've been selling premium artifacts. I hear this and think, Raven's uncle really does have an impressive network. Uncle Feng continues. What do you need? I get straight to the point. I want to know who recently abducted a ghost child. Uncle Feng pulls out a worn notebook. Let me check. He flips through it quickly, finds the entry, copies it onto a slip of paper, and hands it over. Everything's on there. 1,000 soul coins. Non-negotiable. I hand it over without hesitating. I unfold the paper. The ghost child was taken by disciples of the Qidao Temple. Raven watches the exchange and adds, my uncle's intel is never wrong. 100% accurate. Guaranteed. I nod and ask, where is the Qidao Temple? And what is it? Raven's pupils shrink. Please tell me, you're not going there to cause trouble. Not exactly trouble, I say. I just need something back. Raven clearly doesn't buy it. She sighs. The Qidao Temple carries serious weight in Yunzhou City. There are two major temples here, the Pure Heart Temple and the Qidao Temple. The Pure Heart Temple has ghost binders and Taoists, but the Qidao Temple is Taoists only. About a dozen of them. I stroke my chin. I've never dealt with Taoists before, but my master was once someone people in the living world deeply respected, a grand exorcist, belonging to the same Taoist tradition. Raven watches me go quiet and keeps going. The Qidao Temple follows orthodox Taoist practice. They have specialized ghost catching techniques. Most of their income comes from catching ghosts for clients, and occasionally they sell ghosts on the side. I nod. Got it. I turn and walk. Raven stares at my back, speechless. He completely tuned me out. She thinks about it and follows. She's not letting this end badly. The moment I arrive outside the Qidao Temple, before I've done a single thing, a young gatekeeper shrieks, "Senior, help! There's a ghost! A huge, terrifying ghost!" He spins around and bolts inside. I look around slowly. There's no ghost here, just me. Is he talking about me? I'm genuinely puzzled. When I first returned to the living world, people mistook me for a ghost, and apparently it's still happening. Why? Before I can think it through, the young gatekeeper returns with a heavy-set disciple. The disciple scolds him as they walk. "Look at you, completely useless. Afraid of what? We're Taoists, ghost catchers, and a ghost has you shaking like this. Have you no shame?" He snorts and steps out. Then, "What the?" He stumbles backward. "Ghost!" he shouts at the gatekeeper. "Close the gate, don't let it in." The gatekeeper mutters. "Closing the gate probably won't help." The Qidao Temple disciples all learn aura reading as a basic entry skill. It lets them assess ghost strength at a glance. The heavy-set disciple had just activated it, and the ghost energy radiating off me nearly knocks the air from his lungs. I knock on the gate slowly. "Is anyone there?" The heavy-set disciple mutters. "Polite ghost, I'll give it that." But his knees are shaking. He's never seen a ghost bold enough to knock on a Taoist temple door. It's like a mouse walking into a cat's den. He tells the gatekeeper to fetch the senior disciple. The senior disciple, Master Wan, is resting inside. He hears a ghost has arrived at the gate and comes straight to the courtyard. "What is wrong with all of you? Getting spooked by a ghost? Disgraceful. Open the gate." The heavy-set disciple whispers, "Master Wan, this one is genuinely dangerous." Master Wan draws himself up. "Open it, or are we going to let word get out? The Taoists are scared of a single ghost." The disciple braces himself and opens the gate. The moment I step into the courtyard, every single person in that courtyard takes a step back. This really is a dangerous ghost. Ghost energy is pouring off me, and Master Wan can sense that I'm actually holding it back. If I weren't restraining it, this scene would be far more frightening, and Master Wan has already abandoned any thought of catching me, because not only is the ghost energy overwhelming, he can see 5 more ghosts sealed inside my body. He quickly averts his eyes and forces himself to speak. "Why have you come to the Qidao Temple?" I speak plainly. "Did your people recently capture a ghost child?" Master Wan nods slowly. "Yes. That child's mother is in distress," I say. "Could you return the child? I'll pay soul coins." Master Wan's face goes stiff. A ghost is standing in his courtyard demanding he return a capture? The audacity, like the Qidao Temple, means nothing. Meanwhile, I genuinely don't understand why their faces look like they've bitten into something rotten. I'm not asking for free, I'm offering to pay. So I ask again. "Well, will you hand it over?" Master Wan's heart sinks. Is this ghost threatening him? Being pressured by a ghost? How humiliating if this gets out. But he gives the order. "Bring the small ghost we caught a few days ago." A junior disciple carries out a dark gray jar, covered in seal talismans. Master Wan peels the talismans off, and a small dark figure drifts nervously out of the jar. The ghost child is tiny, no bigger than a 7 or 8-year-old. He sees Master Wan and the others and shrinks back instinctively, neck pulled in tight. But when he spots me, he cries out, "Marcus, my lord." That one phrase confirms everything for Master Wan. I am absolutely a ghost, and a high-ranking one at that. The child rushes to me, bowing gratefully. I call out, "Ivy, come out, I found your son." Ivy appears and rushes to pull her child into her arms, eyes red. "I told you not to wander off, you never listen. And look, these rotten Taoists caught you. If Marcus hadn't stepped in, you wouldn't have survived." Ivy shoots Master Wan one final glare, then dissolves back into my sword with her son. I pull out 2,000 soul coins, hand them to Master Wan and turn to leave. Master Wan watches me go and murmurs, "Surprisingly decent ghost." The heavy-set disciple isn't satisfied. "Master Wan, we're just letting it go?" Master Wan scoffs. "Of course not. We lost face today. That has to be repaid. Go buy more talismans. I'm going to set up a ghost-catching formation and bring that ghost back myself." The disciple bows eagerly. "Master Wan is mighty. I'll go right away." After I leave the Qidao Temple, I run into Raven hurrying toward me. She stares. "You're okay?" "Of course I'm okay. And it's already done." Raven is stunned. "Already?" She expected a clash, but apparently nothing happened. Maybe she was overthinking it. "Have you eaten?" she asks. "Let me buy you dinner. I've been running around all night, and I'm actually hungry." I follow her into a restaurant. Her first reaction upon entering, "Why is it so grimy in here?" I turn to her. "Are you afraid of ghosts?" Raven tenses and looks around. "What do you mean? Are there ghosts here? Then she catches herself and straightens up. I'm a ghost binder. Ghosts don't scare me. I nod. Good, because we just walked into a ghost nest. The words are barely out, and over a dozen rank dangerous ghosts materialize throughout the restaurant. Raven instinctively moves closer to me. I look at her. I thought you weren't scared. Raven straightens again. I'm not, but then she sees it. A female ghost with long, wild hair and a flood of horrific death memories that aren't hers crashes into her mind. The mental assault is overwhelming, and she doubles over and throws up. Nightmare rank. We're done for. This is it. Right then, I pull her behind me. The spot where she was just standing collapses into a deep pit. The nightmare ghost had already launched its attack. At the same time, the restaurant melts away, replaced by an open graveyard. Corpses dragging themselves out of the ground one by one. Raven can even smell the rot. I turn to her. Don't panic. This is all an illusion. A ghost skill from that one. Raven's brain is barely working. I know. I'm not scared. I stare at her. Then why are you pulling on my sleeve? You're stretching it out. Raven backs up awkwardly. Then, a rotting corpse lunges straight at her. She's about to summon her bonded ghost. I stop her immediately. Don't summon it. It'll get devoured the moment it appears. If you're too scared, just close your eyes. Raven obeys, squeezes her eyes shut, and presses herself flat against my back. Not moving, not daring to. The ghost sees no bonded ghost coming, and screams in fury. I activate Ghost Eye. Name, Hongyan. Rank, Nightmare. Ghost skill, Phantasm. Creates an illusion built from the target's deepest fear. I look around. The graveyard, that's Raven's greatest fear. This nightmare ghost going into the ghost tome would be a very worthwhile catch. Then, Dawn appears in front of me, swings her palm, and shatters the illusion. She turns to me. My lord, stand back. Let me handle this. She launches forward, and I grab Raven. Come on, outside. When Raven opens her eyes, two nightmare rank ghosts are fighting. She looks at me, bewildered. Where did the second nightmare ghost come from? Is that your bonded ghost? I nod and say nothing further. I sprint toward a rank dangerous ghost and use ghost compression, collapsing it into a sphere and pocketing it. Then I move to the next one. Low ranked, yes, but I'm not letting any of them go. They might be useful later. Raven watches, completely overwhelmed. Two nightmare rank ghosts are locked in combat over there, and Marcus is over here casually catching small ghosts, completely unbothered about his own ghost. Meanwhile, Dawn is getting stronger with every exchange, unleashing a shriek that rattles the bones, and drives her claws straight through the enemy ghost's chest, then walks over to me, holding it. My lord, the ghost that dared threaten you. Captured. I raise my hand and pull it into the ghost tome. Congratulations. You have obtained ghost skill, Phantasm. Soul coin output, 80 per day. My income just went up again, and I think I can flip a few artifacts and pocket tens of thousands. Compared to that, the ghost tome's daily output is modest. But then, the ghost tome displays a new message. 5 ghosts captured, capture 5 more, and all soul coin output multiplies by 10. My jaw drops. This ghost home never stopped surprising me. Everything multiplied by 10. A nightmare rank ghost alone produces 800 soul coins a day, and I currently have 3 nightmare rank ghosts. That's 2,400 soul coins a day. If I raise a few more to nightmare rank, the wealth practically prints itself. What I don't know is that the heavyset disciple from the Qidao temple, on his way to buy talismans, spots me trading blows with Dawn in the distance, and sprints back to Master Wan. Master Wan, on my way to get the talismans, I saw the ghost that came to our temple earlier. It's in a fight with another nightmare rank ghost. Should we move in and take advantage? Master Wan hesitates. That ghost is dangerous. I'm not sure we can take it. The disciple presses on. I've already got the talismans ready. If we set up a ghost catching formation along its path, we've got it. Master Wan mulls it over. Not a bad plan. Let's move. Go round up the others. Bring everything. We're going ghost hunting. So after Raven and I finish clearing out the restaurant, we step outside and barely make it a few steps before Master Wan and his disciples cut off our path. Master Wan holds a wooden sword in one hand and talismans in the other, muttering under his breath, while the others stretch red cord into a square formation, trapping me inside. Before I can figure out what's going on, the heavyset disciple hurls a basin of incense ash straight at me. I round on him immediately. What is wrong with you? The disciple stares at me, dumbfounded. How are you unaffected? That's impossible. He pulls out a talisman and waves it in my face. No reaction from me. You're not afraid? I slap him across the face. Use your brain. The disciple turns to Master Wan, looking wounded. Master Wan, this ghost is vicious. It hit me. Master Wan starts to panic. He grabs a bell and shakes it frantically, muttering non-stop. I've completely had it. These people are absolutely unhinged. I sweep my hand and tear the red cord apart, then storm up to Master Wan. Are all of you having some kind of episode in the middle of the night? Master Wan ignores me and mutters even faster. I step closer. I get right in his face. What are you even mumbling about? I'm close enough that he feels my breath on his face. Master Wan goes still. This thing breathes. Wait, you're human? You nearly gave me a heart attack. I thought I'd hit something serious. No wonder none of this was working. That makes me even angrier. You're the one who's not human. Master Wan scrambles. I'm sorry, I thought you were a ghost. That makes it worse. I glare at him. You're the ghost. Your whole family is ghosts. What's wrong with you? Can't tell a person from a ghost. Master Wan grimaces. He prides himself on that skill. But what kind of normal person radiates this much ghost energy and has 5 ghosts sealed inside them? The disciple steps forward in disbelief. Wait, he's a person? What kind of person has that level of ghost energy? He reaches out and checks my breath, and his eyes go wide. He's actually human. I stare at them both. Are you done? Master Wan bows quickly. I sincerely apologize. Pure misunderstanding. I don't drag it out. Pay me. That ash is all over my new clothes. Master Wan keeps bowing. Truly, I'm so sorry. Please accept this as a gesture of goodwill. He pulls 2,000 soul coins from his pocket and offers them with both hands. Tonight was a complete misunderstanding. I truly didn't mean any of it. Seeing how low Master Wan has brought himself, I take the coins. Don't let it happen again. I leave with Raven. The disciple watches us go, puzzled. Master Wan, what was with that person? How does a human have that much ghost energy? It's unheard of. Master Wan shakes his head, deeply troubled. I don't know. The world is vast, and some things are simply beyond our understanding. A junior disciple speaks up nervously. Could he be practicing some kind of dark technique? Master Wan cuts him off sharply. Don't say careless things. That man is not someone we can afford to cross. We wait until Master returns to discuss this further. And as for today, it never happened. None of you have ever seen that man. Meanwhile, I part ways with Raven and head home. Leo is already waiting. The moment he sees me, he reports. My lord, I have the information. The one who broke in a few days ago, it was Serena's cousin. He came with a few others, looking to steal something. I nod slowly. Understood. You may go. He leaves. I turn it over in my mind. I'd worried it might be Ghost Vault scouts. Relief. Then another thought. I've captured over a dozen low-ranked ghosts and nowhere to store them properly. I'll need to forge a containment artifact tomorrow. I open the Yunzhou City Ghost Binders community app and scroll through, mostly minor ghost-catching jobs. Then post 14 stops me cold. Mission 14, 4 deaths reported at Minghai Tower, investigation required. Danger level 3. Reward, 300 soul coins. Worth checking whether something bigger is at work here, whether a powerful ghost is behind it. I take the mission. The next day, outside Minghai Tower, a group of uniformed men are in discussion. Captain Zhao speaks first. This is out of our hands. We're civilians. We wait for the Ghostbinders to take over. Just then, a man in a black hat appears. Captain Zhao steps forward immediately. This area is dangerous. Please leave. The warning isn't finished when a gunshot rings out, and Captain Zhao drops. The gunman pockets the weapon and strides into Minghai Tower. The man beside Zhao snaps back to reality and dials emergency services. Captain Zhao's voice is faint. Armed suspect. Alert headquarters. Contact the Ghostbinders immediately. I've just pulled up near Minghai Tower when the shot goes off. By the time I reach the entrance, it's already done. I address the others. I'm with the Ghostbinders Guild. I'm on the Minghai Tower case. What happened? One of the men steps forward and runs through it. The night before last, 4 people died inside Minghai Tower, burned alive, yet no fire had broken out in the building. And just now, a man in a black hat appeared, shot Captain Zhao, and forced his way inside. I nod. Got it. Stay here. The words leave my mouth, and I'm already inside Minghai Tower, an immediate wave of cold pressing against me. I scoff. Dawn, come out! A red ghost materializes before me and bows. My lord, your orders. There's a man with a gun somewhere in here. Find him and bring him out. Dawn nods. Understood. She passes through the ceiling and ascends. I take the stairs, unhurried, but something settles in my gut. Wrong. The instinct of a spirit commander rarely lies. This building holds something worse than a gunman. I summon Zane as well, to go with Dawn. I have a bad feeling about this. Zane tries to lighten the moment. My lord, you're the spirit commander. What could possibly be beyond you? I don't smile. Zane reads the room, pulls his neck in, drops the joke, and moves to follow Dawn without another word. I reach the second floor. Nothing. To guard against a surprise attack, I call out Scarlet, but the moment she appears, her voice trembles. My lord, I'm scared. That stops me cold. What could possibly frighten her? Scarlet repeats herself. Something is up there. I can feel it. Deep in my soul. Fear. My expression shifts. I shout, Dawn, Zane, get back here. Silence. I break into a sprint up the stairs. Then a shriek tears through the air, sharp enough to split the sky. My ears ring. Then a massive explosion shakes Minghai Tower to its core. My heart lurches. That soul-shredding scream. That's Dawn's voice. I charge upward. Dawn is a rank nightmare ghost. And she's screaming like that? 20,000 soul coins on the line. Please don't let anything happen to her. The closer I get to the top, the louder Dawn's screams become. Then, the ceramic ceiling above me explodes open, and a mass of pitch-black flame crashes to the floor. Dawn is right at the center of it, her soul being burned alive. My lord, run! The words barely leave her mouth before another agonized scream rips through the air. I stare at the black flames and murmur, Underworld hellfire. Born deep in the Underworld's ghost realm, this fire burns a ghost's very core. One touch and they're gone. Why is this here? I swing my sword hard. One clean slash severs the underworld hellfire's connection to Dawn. The flames hit the floor. With nothing left to burn, the fire shrinks and dies. But Dawn has visibly shrunk. She'll need time to recover. Only now do I notice this wasn't the source flame of the underworld hellfire, just a fragment of it. Dawn looks up at me, guilt written all over her. My lord, I'm sorry. I shake my head. This isn't on you. Get some rest. Even I'm afraid of the underworld hellfire. Dawn losing to it makes perfect sense. Then, another explosion rocks the roof. That must be Zane still fighting. I turn and shout to Scarlet, "Go help him!" Meanwhile, the gunman is furiously berating a ghost. "Who told you to come out? Lucky I brought underworld hellfire to find you, otherwise you'd already be dead. I just wanted some air. A little food. These people started it. Let me finish them off and I'll come back with you." The gunman snaps, "Then hurry up." The next moment, the rank nightmare ghost throws itself at Zane. Zane is already frustrated. This ghost isn't even that powerful, but that fire it wields is another story. Then, in one careless moment, black flames catch Zane's arm and ignite like gasoline. In one brutal motion, Zane tears off the burning arm himself. His form dims noticeably. He knows if those flames touch him again, he's finished. Right at that breaking point, Scarlet arrives, and the pressure shifts instantly. The gunman sees yet another rank nightmare ghost and cries out, "Another one!" That's 3 rank nightmare ghosts in a backwater town like Yuncho City. He follows the ghost's trail and spots me at the top of the stairs. Jaw tight, he pulls out a vial and shouts, "Phantom, take all of it. Kill every last one of them." He hurls the vial across the room. Phantom snatches it and grins. He crushes the vial in his fist. Black flames engulf him completely. Scarlet and Zane stumble back. Phantom's eyes blaze with murder. "I'll kill every last one of you." He charges straight at them. I sidestep and swing my sword, driving it hard toward Phantom. This isn't just a sword strike. It's the killing move of the Soul Scatter technique. The Soul Scatter technique was born to counter ghosts, and combined with my Spirit Commander rank, under normal circumstances I could drop a rank nightmare ghost in seconds. But Phantom is wrapped in underworld hellfire, and that means every thrust has to be precise. The gunman watches me hold my own against Phantom and loses it. What the? How is this guy this strong? Trading blows with a rank nightmare ghost like it's nothing. Then I activate Phantom Illusion. The world around us shatters, replaced by a sea of fire, body after body collapsing into black flame. This is exactly the scene Phantom fears most. He starts to crack, and I immediately press the attack, striking fast. I dodge aside, and a dozen balls of flame crash down around me. After hurling them, the underworld hellfire coating Phantom visibly dims. Of course, the fire on him isn't a cursed object. Every bit he uses is gone for good. Seeing this, I raise my hand and launch a soul chain, the links wrapping tight around Phantom's body. But the black flames on him crawl straight up the chain toward me. I yank my hand back, and the flames finally fade. The gunman is standing there, jaw hanging open. How does this guy have so many ghost skills? This is insane. To earn a ghost skill, you have to communicate with a ghost, and then pay a steep price to gain the right to use it. And not just any ghost will do. Yet this guy throws out 3 ghost skills like it's nothing. Genuinely unprecedented. And even more unbelievable, he has 3 rank nightmare bonded ghosts, and all 3 of them are willing to risk their own destruction just to follow his orders. Then, Phantom bursts free of the soul chain. He opens his mouth and spits a stream of green liquid. I fling a hairpin at him. Phantom barely glances at it. He reaches out to crush it in his fist. But the next second, his expression shifts. The hairpin punches clean through his palm and drives straight for his forehead. This hairpin, a soul-forged artifact, was a gift. The instant it strikes, Phantom loses all ability to fight back. Dawn appears behind him in a flash, driving her claws through his chest. Zane grabs the other arm. Together, the 2 ghosts tear Phantom apart. Then they start devouring the remains to restore themselves. I did want to capture Phantom alive, but that requires subduing him first. With the underworld hellfire on him, taking him alive was never going to be easy. A killing blow was the only option. Scarlet watches from the side, practically drooling. This is prime recovery material, but since she didn't land the kill, she doesn't feel right jumping in. Dawn glances at Scarlet and tears off a piece, handing it over. Scarlet practically vibrates with gratitude as she snatches it and digs in. The gunman sees Phantom is gone, and panics. He yanks out a gun and opens fire on me, but Scarlet blocks every shot. I stand there, rubbing my chin, studying him. If I could get my hands on the underworld hellfire, my power would skyrocket. I'm just about to question him about it, when a gunshot rings out. The gunman has shot himself. Meanwhile, across town in the Ghostbinders Guild conference room, Iris stands at the head of the table, expression grave. A rank nightmare ghost has appeared at Minghai Tower. The room erupts. How is that possible? What do we do? A man asks quietly, "Isn't Marcus already on a mission there? Can he handle a rank nightmare?" Iris's voice goes cold. "Ghosts have ranks for a reason. What if Marcus's bonded ghost can't match it?" The room falls dead silent. The young man speaks again. "Won't headquarters do something about it?" Iris exhales. "Of course they will, but only if you're still alive when the level 5 ghost binders from headquarters arrive." Every heart in the room sinks. Help from far away can't save you right now. Iris issues the order, calm and steady. "I've already called for backup. Right now our priority is getting to Marcus. Notify every ghost binder. We move immediately." Within minutes, over 100 ghost binders gather outside Minghai Tower. Just as they steel themselves to go in, the sounds of battle stop. Everything goes still. Then someone shouts, "Something's coming out!" Iris's grip tightens on her spirit artifact. She stares stares at the entrance, and there I am, stepping out slowly, 2 rank nightmare ghosts trailing behind me, each gnawing on something unidentifiable. Iris and the others instinctively step back. Some of the lower-ranked ghosts flee straight back into their ghost binders' bodies. Someone whispers, 2 rank nightmare ghosts. This guy is terrifying. Iris takes a slow, deep breath and pushes down the fear before speaking. Was there a rank nightmare ghost here? I nod. Yes, but it's already handled. Iris exhales with visible relief. I glance around, curious. Why are there so many people? Iris answers slowly. I called them to help you deal with the rank nightmare ghost. I shrug. 1 rank nightmare ghost? I can handle that alone. You didn't have to come. Iris stares at me, speechless. Just 1 rank nightmare ghost? A single rank nightmare ghost could level all of Yunzhou City. Only someone like Marcus, a ghost binder with 2 rank nightmare bonded ghosts, could say something like that with a straight face. I continue. There's a dead man inside, black hat. Find out who he was and get me his full profile. Iris nods and agrees. I get in my car and head to the Four Corners Market, looking to pick up materials to forge a ghost containment spirit artifact. But after browsing for a while, nothing catches my eye. Then a man in a black suit approaches me. Mr. Marcus, my young master would like to meet you. And who is your young master? The owner of this entire market. That gets my attention. I follow the man to a private room. Inside stands a young man around my age. The moment he sees me, he greets me with a wide smile. Hey, come sit. I'm Felix. I actually want to do business with you. I raise an eyebrow. What kind of business? You still have spirit artifacts, right? Premium ones. I'm willing to pay top price. He slides forward a black case. Felix snaps it open, packed with soul coins. Oh damn, this guy is loaded. Felix grins at my expression and says, 200,000 soul coins, just as a deposit. I keep my voice steady. And what's your price for my artifacts? I'm not buying them. I'm selling them for you. Every sale I take 20%. I hesitate. 20% means 6,000 soul coins on a 30,000 piece. That's a steep cut. Felix sees me wavering and says, 15% minimum. That's my floor. Venue fees, maintenance, staffing, marketing. It all costs money. 15% is the line. I think it over. At least I won't have to worry about selling them myself. I nod. Deal. I'll bring the artifacts in a few days. Felix waves it off. No rush. He tilts his head. So what brought you to the market today? I smile, looking for some rare materials, but I came up empty. Felix's eyes light up. I happen to collect unusual things. Maybe something will catch your eye. He leads me to a hidden room behind the private lounge. The walls are lined with all manner of objects. Unidentified bones, cracked bronze vessels, strange relics of all kinds. The moment I step inside, a deep crimson gemstone ring catches my eye. Felix says, if you like that ring, I'll give it to you. I study it. What kind of stone is this? It looks ordinary, but it carries a faint aura of death, perfect as a core material for forging a spirit artifact. Felix shakes his head. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I got it from a cannibal clan in Europe. I nod slowly. I'll trade you 1 spirit artifact for the ring. Felix is startled. The ring is nowhere near worth a full artifact. Then he understands Marcus doesn't want to owe anyone a favor. So Felix speaks up. Actually, Marcus, I have a favor to ask. I look at him. What is it? Felix smiles. The day after tomorrow, I have an important deal to close. I'd like you as my bodyguard. The ring is your payment. I think for a moment. The ring really is something special, a perfect fit. I agree. I pocket the ring and the 200,000 soul coins and drive home. Once I'm back, I get straight to work forging. 5 hours later, I look at 5 completed spirit artifacts in front of me. Not bad efficiency. Then I pull out an iron lantern and place the ring at the center, using soul coins as fuel to ignite the forging flame. 2 days and this permanent use spirit artifact will be complete. Then, heavy knocking at the door. I open it and find Raven and Uncle Feng standing outside. Raven gets straight to the point. Marcus, my uncle's daughter is missing. I'm hoping you can help find her. Uncle Feng jumps in. Marcus, if you can find my daughter, I'll give you a spirit artifact. I frown. Don't you have your own contacts? Why not handle it yourself? Uncle Feng sighs. The fastest I could track her down on my own would be 2 days, but I don't know if she wandered off or was taken. I've made enemies over the years. I'm scared something's already happened to her. Is there anything you can do? Before I can even respond, Uncle Feng cuts back in. I have information about the Underworld Hellfire. Help me find my daughter, and it's yours. My heart jumps. He knows about the Underworld Hellfire. I keep my face calm and smile. Honestly, even without the Hellfire information, I'd help. I'm just a big-hearted guy. Raven rolls her eyes. Go look in a mirror at that fake smile. I ignore her and turn back to Uncle Feng. Raven and I are friends, so forget finding your daughter. I'd walk through fire and blades for you. Raven can't take it anymore. Do you have to lay it on that thick? Whatever happened to that energy you had taking down rank nightmare ghosts? I clear my throat awkwardly. Anyway, let's focus. Raven straightens up and asks, so, do you actually have a way to find her? I smile. Before? No. But now? Yes. I clap my hands. Pip, come out. In an instant, a small ghostly figure materializes before me. My lord, you called? I turn to introduce him. This little ghost has 0 combat ability, but he has a sensing gift. He can find anyone with just the tiniest clue. Raven stares. Wait, you have 2 bonded ghosts? Just like Lyra? That's impressive. I mutter, annoyed. 2 bonded ghosts? Are you seriously lowballing me? Raven rolls her eyes again. I was complimenting you. You have 0 social awareness, you know that? I fire back. Sorry, I genuinely had no idea that was a compliment. I turn to Uncle Feng. Do you have anything your daughter carried with her? He thinks, then hands me a photo. Will this work? I take it. It will. I hand it to Pip and say, find this child. Pip takes the photo, closes his eyes. A moment later his eyes snap open. My lord, I found her. I haven't even reacted yet when Uncle Feng lunges forward and grabs Pip by the arm. Where is she? But before the words are even out, Pip's hand is locked around Uncle Feng's throat. Uncle Feng freezes. Only now does he realize he's just offended a ghost. He has no doubt if Marcus weren't here, Pip would choke him to death. I step in quickly. Let go. Pip releases him. I sigh and say to Pip, lead me to her. Uncle Feng drives. Raven and I take the back seat, while Pip sits on the hood and points the way. The roads grow rougher and rougher. Clearly the girl is somewhere outside the city. Then, I suddenly tell him to stop. Raven looks confused. What's wrong? I say, face serious. Take me home, I forgot something critical. Uncle Feng doesn't hesitate, he floors it and rushes me back. I jump out, run inside, and come back out carrying the forging lantern. I breathe a quiet sigh of relief. Almost left this behind. If the flame inside goes out, the whole forging process is ruined, and tens of thousands of soul coins gone with it. Raven eyes the lantern-like object I'm carrying with obvious confusion. What is that? I don't explain. Just say, something important. Uncle Feng clears his throat carefully. Is there anything else you need? I shake my head, relaxed. Nothing. Let's go find your daughter. We set out again. Past the city, it's all mountain roads, rough, winding, and miserable. Eventually, we reach a spot in the middle of nowhere. We follow a narrow back road for another 5 minutes before Pip points at a building ahead and says, right there. I look up. A plain 2-story house with a courtyard. A river cuts across the path ahead. A simple wooden bridge the only way across. The three of us cross on foot. Inside the courtyard, a large man turns to the man sitting in a chair beside him. What do we do with the girl? The man answers coldly, kill her. Dump her in the river. The men around him light up at the words. Ugly smiles creep across their faces. The little girl watches them close in, her voice breaking. What are you doing? Stay away. Please don't touch me. The large man grabs her arm and hoists her up like she weighs nothing. At that exact moment, a loud bang comes from the gate. The large man spins around and spits. Rotten luck. The dozen or so men in the yard close in and surround us. The man in the chair drops his cigarette on the ground. Didn't expect you to find us this fast. Uncle Feng spots him and demands, Cain, my hands are clean of your brother's death. Why take my daughter? Cain sneers. If you hadn't sold out my brother's location to his enemies, he'd still be alive. Uncle Feng takes a slow breath. He knows words won't move Cain, so he just says, I'm begging you. Let her go. Cain smiles and wraps his hand around the little girl's throat. She gasps, face twisting in pain. Uncle Feng watches, eyes glistening. Please don't hurt her, please. I turn to Raven and ask, who are these people? Raven scoffs. Trash. They've got a few ghost binders in their pocket, so they think they can do whatever they want. Meanwhile, Cain taunts Uncle Feng, get on your knees and beg, and maybe I'll let your daughter go. Uncle Feng, desperate, is already moving to kneel. I step in immediately. Don't. He won't let her go. Cain turns to me, annoyed. Mind your own business. The large man snarls, kid, watch yourself, and summons his bonded ghost to intimidate me. It doesn't work. I swing my sword straight at his bonded ghost. The ghost splits clean in two and dissolves into nothing. The large man stares in disbelief. How? That was a rank dangerous bonded ghost? Gone that easily? Cain's pupils shrink. Someone serious just showed up. I speak, voice flat. Release the child, or none of you leave this place alive. Cain keeps his grip on the girl but doesn't dare move, and still manages to say, you think you can scare me? I don't scare easy. He calls back over his shoulder. I could use some help here. A woman steps out. White chipao, elegant features. The moment Raven sees her, she drops straight into a defensive stance. Even Uncle Feng's expression darkens. Cain lifts his chin. Level 4 ghost binder. With her here, I'd like to see anyone try. But the moment the woman sees me, she instinctively looks away. I blink. Oh, it's you. She says nothing. She's on Cain's payroll right now. Getting recognized by Marcus of all people is the last thing she needs, but I walk right up to her. Yvonne, don't you remember me? I sold you a spirit artifact not that long ago. You forgot already? Yvonne forces a nod and begins. I'm working for Cain. Given that we know each other. I cut her off. Given that we know each other, I won't make trouble for you. Go ahead and leave. Yvonne freezes. He just said everything she was about to say. She's an actual level 4 ghost binder. I see her standing there stunned and add, stop standing there. Go. I'm not going to bother you. Yvonne blinks. Are you serious? He completely stole her lines. Yvonne sighs and explains, I took 2,000 soul coins from Cain. Agreed to work for him for one day. I sigh. Here's what we'll do. I'll give you 3,000 soul coins. Return Cain's 2,000 and walk away. Stay out of this. I count out 3,000 soul coins and hand them over. Yvonne stares at them for a moment, then pulls out 2,000 and hands them back to Cain. I'm done with this. Cain watches it all happen in slow motion, then suddenly snaps back. He calls after Yvonne. Yvonne, you can't just leave! But Yvonne walks like she heard nothing, and vanishes. Raven gives me a quiet thumbs up. Unreal. I had no idea you were that well connected. You actually know Yvonne, and she actually listened. I don't respond to Raven. Instead, I kick Cain hard in the face. You took my soul coins too. You've got some nerve. I grab the 2,000 soul coins from his hand. Cain's crew sees this and surges forward, but they all freeze. Dawn materializes in the air above them, jaw stretching wide. Anyone who moves gets eaten. Kane's crew has never seen anything like this. Their legs go weak. Uncle Feng rushes forward and wraps his arms around his daughter. It's okay, Dad's here. With everything under control, I turn back to Kane. Empty your pockets. Kane scrambles through his wallet and hands over every last 800-odd soul coins he has. I take them and turn to Raven. The rest is yours to handle. Then I walk out of the courtyard. About 10 minutes later, Uncle Feng and Raven come out. As for what happened to everyone inside, I don't ask. I just turned to Uncle Feng. I found your daughter. Now about the Underworld Hellfire. I believe you owe me some information. Uncle Feng collects himself and begins. The Underworld Hellfire is a rare flame. 5 years ago it appeared out of nowhere in Qinghai City. The head of the Lei family was the first to find it, and brought the source flame back to the Lei family. I feel a stab of disappointment. Someone already claimed the Underworld Hellfire. Beside me, Raven tenses up. Marcus, you're not actually thinking of going to steal the Underworld Hellfire, are you? I say nothing. She hurries on. Marcus, don't even think about it. The Lei family is far more dangerous than you realize. Even the Ghost King's Guild won't go near them. I look at Raven with a strange expression. Are you suggesting I go steal it from the Lei family? Raven waves her hands frantically. No, I'm just worried about you, but I'm not listening anymore. I murmur to myself, actually, it's not impossible, just feels a little wrong. Raven stares at me helplessly. This guy is seriously considering stealing from the Lei family. Good grief, that's the Lei family. Only someone as reckless as Marcus would even entertain that idea. We get back in the car and head back toward Yunzhou City, but after about 30 minutes of driving, the car is still going in circles on the mountain. Raven peers out the window. Did we take a wrong turn? Why are we back here again? Uncle Feng notices it too. Something's wrong. I followed the exact same road. How are we back here? He keeps muttering and drives forward anyway. Another 10 minutes or so and Uncle Feng stops the car. He stares out the window at that same familiar river. Uncle Feng's voice cracks. How are we here again? I turn to Raven. You afraid of ghosts? Raven shivers. Not this again, but she squares her shoulders. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I push open the door with a grin. Good. Come help me find one. I hand the forging lantern to Uncle Feng. You and your daughter stay in the car. Watch this for me. Do not let the flame go out. Raven and I step out. Thick white fog surrounds us on all sides. Visibility is less than a meter. Raven whispers, how do you know there's a ghost? I whisper back, because I've been through this before. We start moving forward. After barely a meter, we turn back and the car is already gone from sight. Then, crack. Raven steps on something. She looks down. Human bones. She jolts. Then she looks up and nearly jumps out of her skin. There's something right there. She points straight ahead with a shaking hand. I stare at her flatly. Stop doing that. You're scaring me. Raven spins around. You're afraid of ghosts too? I deadpan. No, I'm afraid of you. The way you keep jumping around, you're making this creepy for everyone. Whatever happened to I'm not afraid of ghosts? Raven shrinks. Sorry, I won't pretend again. I sigh. Let me summon my bonded ghosts to protect you. Please stop screaming. Raven nods frantically like a woodpecker. 3 ghostly figures drift out into view, and Raven immediately screams again. What? I cut her off, exhausted. What now? Raven stares with wide eyes. You actually have 3 bonded ghosts? That's insane, I groan. Look at you, completely out of your depth. It's 3 ghosts. Can you just not? Raven exhales slowly. Fine, 3 bonded ghosts. I'm just a regular person. I don't get it. I look at her and smile. Jealous? Raven nods without hesitation. Who wouldn't be? I rub my chin. Tell you what, give me some soul coins and I can upgrade your bonded ghost's rank. Raven grabs my arm. Really? How much? I smile. 10,000 soul coins and I'll bring your ghost up to rank dangerous. Raven agrees instantly. Deal. Thank you so much. I'll get you the coins when we're back. We don't walk much further before I sense something. Up ahead on a hill. Something above rank nightmare. I turn to Raven. Stay here. Don't follow me. I'll leave Zane here to protect you. Raven nods so fast her head might fall off. I head up with Dawn. It doesn't take long before I spot her. At the very top of the hill, a woman standing completely still, staring into the distance. She slowly turns toward me, and I nearly gag. Empty, pupilless eye sockets. A rotting face leaking fluid. The moment she sees me, she drifts over. Hey, have you seen my clothes and shoes? When she sees I'm not holding anything, she drifts back to where she was. I activate my ghost eye. Her data appears. Name, Mara. Rank, Nightmare. Skills, / Aura Surge, dealing a lethal strike, with damage scaling to the user's power. I whistle under my breath, right when I need it most. I've been short on offensive ghost skills, and one just walks up to me. She shows no hostility, so I step forward, place my right hand on her head, and try to suppress her. Nothing happens. The suppression fails. I stare, confused, and then she speaks for the first time. Find my clothes and shoes, then I'll go with you. Now I understand. The ghost tome can't bind her because her obsession runs too deep. Until it's resolved, she can't be bound. I try, where are your clothes and shoes? She raises one hand and points toward Yunzhou City. There. I nod slowly. I'll find them for you. Now send us out. The moment the words leave my mouth, everything shifts. The white fog clears. Everything returns to normal, as if she was never there. Immediately pries. Did you get the ghost? What rank? I answer honestly. Didn't get her. I made a deal with her and she let us go. Raven stares at me, genuinely baffled. She can't figure out how he just holds a normal conversation with a ghost. Isn't it supposed to take a formal contract just to communicate with one? I glance at Raven's stunned face and don't bother explaining. Let's go. This time, nothing blocks the road. We make it back to Yunzhou City without issue. Over the next 2 days, with careful tending, the ring spirit artifact is fully and perfectly forged. I then load all the lower ranked ghosts I've captured into the ring. Ivy and her son go in too. Later, if any ghost inside the ring proves exceptional enough, I can consider transferring them into the ghost tome. I then convert 10,000 soul coins and channel them into the ring as a base resource for the ghosts inside. Then, my phone lights up with messages in the Ghostbinders Guild group chat. Lucky, there's a joint meeting with the Dragonscale Society coming up. Anyone want to come with me? Misty, pass, I can't stand the Dragonscale Society people. Raven, same. I stare at the screen, thinking, useful place to gather intel. I type, can I come? Lucky, of course. Raven, Lucky, are you sure you want to bring Marcus to that meeting? Lucky, yeah, why? Raven, no reason. I just hope your heart can handle the shock. Lucky, it's just a meeting, how bad can it be? Raven, you'll find out when you get there. 3 days later, I drive to Felix's courtyard estate, black bag in hand. Felix has a deal to attend today, and I'm here as promised, his bodyguard. The moment Felix sees me, he lights up. Marcus, you're here! I skip the small talk and hand him the bag. Felix opens it, and his expression goes completely blank. The bag contains 10 spirit artifacts. Curiosity gets the better of him. He picks one up to inspect it. A premium spirit artifact. Usable 7 times. He grabs another one. Also premium. He speeds up, checking each one. All premium. Every single one of the 10 artifacts is premium grade. Felix is speechless. It's only been a few days, and Marcus has produced this many artifacts. Since when are premium spirit artifacts this easy to come by? Did he rob a ghost? Felix snaps out of it and waves over his staff. Get these stored, carefully, not a scratch. Then he turns to me and puts a hand over his chest. Marcus, don't worry. I'll get you top price for every one of these. I say, completely calm. This is just a sample. I'll bring another 10 or so in a few days. Felix's face drops. More? Another 10? Are premium spirit artifacts really that common now? I see his expression and assume the number I gave was too low, so I add, 20 plus is also doable. What the normally unflappable Felix completely loses it. I look at him, puzzled. Is 20 not enough? Felix shakes his head rapidly. No, more than enough, more than enough. Just then, a woman's voice comes from outside. Hope I'm not late. Felix spots her and turns to introduce her. This is Yvonne, but I cut in before he finishes. Yvonne, I know her. Yvonne sees me and blinks. You again. Felix notices the familiarity and grins. Even better, I hired Yvonne as a bodyguard too. Today's deal is with the Lay family from up north. The Lay family. Their reputation isn't great. Everyone here knows that. I'm still puzzling over just how bad it is when Yvonne leans over quietly and says, if things go sideways, get behind me. I'll protect you. I almost laugh. No need, I can handle myself. She cuts me off. Just, if there's danger, get behind me. We load into Felix's van and arrive at a villa. Yvonne steps out and immediately goes tense, scanning every person in sight. Once we're all out, a young man steps forward toward Felix. Felix, finally, I've been waiting. Felix chuckles. Lexton, long time no see. We step inside. The hall is already full. Influential figures from across Yunzhou City. Lexton waits until everyone is seated, then gets straight to it. The reason I've invited you all here is simple. From now on, 10% of all your earnings goes to our organization. That lands like a thunderclap, leaving everyone stunned. Every eye in the room turns to Felix. Felix steadies himself and says firmly, absolutely not. The Lay family is way out of line here. One sentence and you think you can take 10% of our earnings? That's a straight up shakedown. Before he even finishes, others speak up. I agree. This isn't right. No, I'm not on board either. Lexton hasn't said a word yet, but the guard behind him slams his hand on the table and jabs a finger at Felix. You've got some nerve. You're seriously refusing my young master? I reach over and slam the table right back, staring the guard down. Who do you think you're talking to? You got a death wish? The guard closes the gap in an instant and grabs my collar. What's your problem, kid? I hold his gaze. Let go of my collar, or I'll put you down. Yvonne senses trouble and edges closer to me. At the same time, the rest of Lexton's crew shifts into position, ready to move at any moment. Lexton says quietly, stand down. The guard releases my collar and falls back. Yvonne leans in and whispers, that man is a level 4 ghost binder. I scoff. A level 4 ghost binder with the attitude of a level 8. Pathetic. Yvonne shakes her head. I mean, be careful. I say flatly, you've got it backwards. He should be careful of me. Yvonne lets out a helpless sigh. Fine. I can't argue with you. Meanwhile, Lexton speaks again. The Lay family is moving into Yunzhou City. You all know what we're capable of. Anyone who stands against us, I promise you it won't end well. He sweeps the room with a grin. Tell you what, we'll meet you halfway. 5%. Felix doesn't miss a beat. Still no. Lexton's smile disappears. Then there's nothing to discuss. He scans the rest of the room. Same for the rest of you? Jordan is the first to speak. Yes, I'm not agreeing either. The others follow. The guard behind Lexton steps forward again, pointing at Felix. You dog! You've got some nerve. I think you're just asking for it. Lexton raises a hand. The guard stops. Without a word, Lexton produces a gray-green ceramic jar and walks out with his crew. The room is left to us. Jordan frowns. What was that about? Felix is just as lost. He just left? Then, the gray-green jar erupts, spewing a massive wave of black smoke. Yvonne shouts, watch out! At the same time, she summons her bonded ghost. The other bodyguards react fast, calling out their own bonded ghosts. I'm about to charge forward, when Yvonne pulls me behind her. Protect Felix, I'll handle the ghost. I reluctantly stay at Felix's side. The black smoke clears. A level 3 ghost binder stares ahead, voice heavy. That's a rank, terrifying ghost. The next instant, the rank, terrifying ghost materializes behind him and drives a massive black blade downward. The level 3 ghost binder reacts fast, pulls out a spirit artifact and blocks the strike. But the moment he exhales, a second strike cuts him clean in two. Everyone stares, unable to believe what they just saw. This ghost has 3 arms, and the third is holding another black blade. Felix seethes. Lexton, that snake planned to kill us all. The moment I lay eyes on this ghost, I lock on greedily. Name, Triax. Rank, terrifying. Ghost skill, Ghost Mirage, condenses a weapon from ghost energy for direct use. Weapon shape determined by the user's will. I want that skill so badly. Yvonne catches me staring at the ghost without blinking, and frowns. Get Felix out of here. I'll hold it off. She and her bonded ghost charge in. I tilt my head. Leave? Why would I leave? The room has dissolved into chaos. I watch the bodyguards swarm the three-armed ghost, waiting for my opening. But the more I watch, the worse it looks. Yvonne's side is getting pushed back. A rank dangerous bonded ghost goes down. Cut in half. A level 3 Ghostbinder loses his right arm. Without Yvonne's rank terrifying ghost, they'd all be dead on the first exchange. Yvonne knows she's losing. She starts to fall back, then turns and finds me standing right where she left me, Felix beside me. Why are you still here? I stare at her blankly. Why would I leave? If I'm gone, who's going to catch it? Yvonne stares at me. Are you serious right now? This ghost is about to break through to rank nightmare. We can't win. Are we just going to stand here and die? I correct her, completely serious. You've got it wrong. You can't win. I can. Then, calm as ever, I call out, Dawn. In an instant, a ghostly figure appears before me. Every single person and ghost in the room goes still. Yvonne breathes. That pressure. It's rank nightmare. Triax senses something is very wrong and spins to run. But the next instant, Dawn's arm punches straight through Triax's chest. It loses all ability to resist. Dawn drags it to me. I raise one hand and say a single word. Seal. Congratulations. New ghost skill acquired. Ether Strike. The ghost tome gains another page. Name, Triax. Rank, terrifying. Ghost skill, Ether Strike, generates 40 units of ghost energy per day. Yvonne swallows hard without thinking. That's insane. One move and a rank terrifying ghost is gone. Beside her, Felix is speechless, his mind completely blown. No way. No freaking way. I only brought him along to fill a spot. I had no idea he was this powerful. I turn to Yvonne, expression blank. Impressed? Yvonne nods honestly. Yeah, I follow up immediately. Then why did you stop me? If you hadn't gotten in the way, I'd have finished this already. Yvonne drops her head, quietly miserable. I didn't know you were a level 5 Ghostbinder. Just then, Jordan leads the group over, gratitude written all over her face. Thank you. You saved our lives. I point toward the exit. Save the thanks. Lexton is still outside. The mood in the room darkens. Today, the break with Lexton is complete and final. The only question now is how to get out alive. Outside, Lexton stands watching the building in silence. He hears the sounds of fighting inside and knows the ghost is at work. It's vicious. Impossible to bond, impossible to contract. So he used a special method to seal it in the jar. Releasing it today was only ever meant to wipe out Felix and the others. After that, he would move straight into Yunzhou City's business district and lock down his position before anyone could stop him. He's already mapped out every step of his expansion. He's deep in that thought when the sounds of fighting go quiet. Lexton assumes everyone inside is dead. Now the tricky part, figuring out how to reseal the ghost. That's going to be a headache. Then he hears footsteps. A lot of them. Lexton looks up. Felix and the others are walking out. Lexton blinks and rubs his eyes. How are they still alive? Then his eyes land on Yvonne. Did she kill it? He fixes his gaze on Felix. Felix, looks like you brought quite the bodyguard. Felix sneers. Lexton, you're twisted. You actually tried to kill us. Lexton's expression turns cold. If you're not dead, how do I grow in Yunzhou City? If you'd just fallen in line, I would have let you live. But you people don't know what's good for you. You chose to stand against me. Felix fires back. Follow you? What, be your dogs? Keep dreaming. Jordan chimes in. The Lai family may be powerful, but don't think you can do whatever you want. Felix scoffs. You're nothing but an adopted son of the Lai family. Stop throwing their name around to intimidate us. The guard behind Lexton jabs a finger at Felix. You dog. You're asking to die. Then he turns to Lexton. Step back, sir. Let me handle this. Lexton nods slowly. Cole, don't kill Felix outright. I want to take my time with him. Cole's tongue slides across his lips, and a cold smile spreads across his face. Understood. Yvonne steps forward. I put my hand on her shoulder and say quietly, stand down. I'll handle this one. Cole watches me step up and sneers. Kid, you in such a hurry to die? A ghost materializes in front of him. He grins. You see that? Rank terrifying bonded ghost. You could grind your whole life and never get one, understand? I let out a cold laugh. Is that a flex? Cole's grin widens. Oh, you could tell? Smart kid. I shrug. A rank terrifying ghost. Honestly, I don't have one. But, Dawn, come out. The instant I finish speaking, crimson smoke floods the room. At its center stands a ghostly woman. Cole forces out the words through gritted teeth. Rank nightmare. How? But he holds his ground. One rank nightmare ghost and you think that scares me? Pathetic. I wave my hand and smile. Who said I only have one? Zane, come out. And just like that, a second rank nightmare ghost appears beside Dawn. Yvonne stares at both of them, breathless. How is this guy so strong? Cole drops straight to the floor. Lexton staggers, but when he glances up and sees the sun blazing through the glass panels above, he steadies himself. A thin, mirthless smile spreads across his face. This is all just a misunderstanding. Let's call it even. Go ahead and leave. I don't move. Felix and the others don't either. Once you've gone this far, walking away now just means a worse revenge later. Lexton's smile doesn't reach his eyes. He says quietly to Cole, put your bonded ghost away. Cole obeys. Lexton turns to me. Kid, 2 bonded ghosts and you think you're untouchable? Let me show you what that arrogance costs. He presses a button on a remote in his hand. The black glass panels in the ceiling retract. Blinding sunlight pours in. Yvonne's heart drops. This is bad. Felix goes white. collapsing onto the floor. Jordan goes pale. Everyone knows. Ghosts can't survive sunlight. Even a rank nightmare ghost can't last a minute under direct sun. Cole bursts out laughing. Ha, kid, your rank nightmare ghosts are done. Lexton smirks. Let's see how tough you are without your bonded ghosts. But before he even finishes, his face twists. What? How are your ghosts completely fine? That's impossible. Cole refuses to believe it. Ghosts can't just be immune to sunlight. Felix erupts. They're okay. They're actually okay. Thank God. Yvonne is just as stunned. Unbelievable. Nothing happened to them. Cole screams at Lexton. Run! I smile, cold and quiet. Sorry, nobody is leaving. Right then, the first guard to bolt for the door is hit by an unseen force. His body is cut clean in two. Gone. Cole opens his mouth, then feels a sudden chill in his chest. He looks down. There's a hole through his chest. Just like that, Cole is done. Dawn turns and drifts toward Lexton. He backs away step by step. I'm Lay family. If you touch me, the entire Lay family will come after you. He doesn't finish the sentence. A soft, sharp sound, and Lexton's chest splits open. Felix and the others fall silent. Lexton is dead. Part of them feels relieved. Part of them doesn't. Because once the Lay family finds out, the retaliation will come. I look around at them, unimpressed. Why is everyone so quiet? You're the ones who made this happen. I'm just the bodyguard. Lexton's death is on all of you. Felix nods quickly. Right. We'll own it. We'll handle the cleanup. Jordan nods fast. Yes, this is on all of us. I look at their pale faces and say, don't panic, don't worry. If the Life family actually shows up for revenge, I'll deal with it. Then I flag down a cab and head home. The next morning, a Ferrari pulls up to my door. Lynn waves at me from the driver's seat. Marcus, let's go. 20 minutes later, we're at the Wanhai Grand Hotel. Lynn is practically bouncing. This is a top-tier place. State banquet level chefs inside. Just then a man calls out, Lynn, you made it. He spots me and grins. Oh, new face. This is Stone from the Dragon Scale Society. Lynn and Stone had a run-in just a couple of days ago, so Lynn ignores him and walks us straight inside. When Lynn sees the buffet spread, she mutters with disappointment, wasn't there supposed to be a state banquet chef? Stone calls after her from behind. The chef's on the second floor. Lynn looks up. Sure enough, there's a second floor. She moves to head up with me. Stone sees this and cuts in. You think you're going up there? Lynn frowns. Mind your business. Stone shrugs. Just a heads up, the second floor isn't for us. None of us can go up there. We're stuck on the first floor, and honestly, we might not even get seats today. Lydia pulls out her phone and fires a message into the group chat. Are we Ghostbinders really that low on the totem pole? We can't even get to the second floor? The replies flood in instantly. Every single one says yes. Lydia's face freezes. Shane grins at her. Believe me now, everyone here is a business elite. We're just hired muscle. While Shane keeps talking, I find an empty seat and drop into it. I just want to rest for a bit. Shane spots me. He turns back to Lydia. Keep an eye on your rookie. You can't just sit anywhere. See those people over there? They're all holding numbered cards. Every seat is assigned. Lydia looks up. Sure enough, everyone around us is clutching a numbered card, searching for their seats. I wave him off. You worry too much. I'm just sitting. Lily chimes in. Yeah, way too much. Shane crosses his arms and snorts. Fine, I'll shut up. But then he spots an elegant woman heading straight toward me. He smirks to himself. This is going to be good. But the next second, his smirk dies on his face. The woman breaks into a warm smile and walks right up to me. Marcus, you're here too. It's been so long, I smile back. I came with some friends. Shane's face goes completely stiff. This rookie actually knows the young lady of the Chian family? Just then, a cheerful male voice rings out. Marcus? Is that Marcus? I turn around. Rex is charging over with a huge grin. He stops in front of me and launches straight into flattery. It's been forever. I've missed you so much. Shane's expression, already bad, gets even worse. The young master of the Wang family knows this rookie too, and he's practically bowing to him. While this is sinking in, I'm already introducing Rex to Lydia. She's a friend of mine. Can we head up to the second floor? Rex jumps in immediately. Of course. Make yourself at home. Don't hold back. I hesitate. But I heard the two of us aren't allowed up there. Rex frowns. Who said that? I glance over at Shane. Rex follows my gaze, looks at Shane for a moment, then says, he can't go up. You absolutely can. The two of you aren't even in the same league. Lydia bursts out laughing. Shane is completely humiliated. The four of us head upstairs. Lydia is still giggling as she walks. We're so lucky. We actually get to eat food made by a state banquet level chef. Once we're seated, Serena leans over with a curious look. Marcus, have you been busy lately? I nod. Been tied up hunting ghosts. Serena asks again, is there anything I can help with? That's when I remember the promise I made to the female ghost, Jade. I promised a ghost I'd find her some clothes and shoes. Serena's eyes light up. Would that be a pair of embroidered shoes and a silk outer robe? I blink. How did you know? Serena smiles. There's an auction tomorrow. They've been advertising it. Why don't I take you? I nod. Deal. Just then, Lily suddenly stops eating. She grabs her phone, her face tight. Something's wrong. Zach and the others are trapped on Mount Wanling. Several Ghostbinders are already dead. They're saying there are multiple dangerous ghosts up there. Lyra's already on her way. Should we go? I rub my chin. Wait, Mount Wanling. Isn't that exactly where I landed when I first crossed back from the Underworld? And since when do I miss a ghost hunt? I stand up. Obviously we're going. About 20 minutes later, the two of us arrive at the base of Mount Wanling. Tanya spots Lily coming and steps forward. Lily, you made it. Lily asks urgently, Tanya, what's the situation inside? Tanya's brow is tight with worry. It's bad. Over a dozen ghostbinders are dead. Suddenly, a helicopter roars in the distance. I turn, and there's Lyra, stepping out with an umbrella. I have to admit, I'm a little envious. She knows how to make an entrance. Lyra turns to Tanya. Is everyone here? Tanya answers quickly. Everyone we could pull together is here. 32 ghostbinders in total. Lyra nods. Then let's move. But barely 100 meters in, we find the body of a ghostbinder lying across the path, freshly dead. Lily's chest tightens. She slowly draws out a spirit artifact for protection. I decide to break off on my own and go deeper into the mountain to see what's really going on. I tell Lily, you all head in. I'll check out the east side. She nods. Understood. I've barely been walking 2 minutes when I spot a ghost drifting aimlessly through the air. It notices me almost immediately and lunges, claws out, snarling, but its movements are stiff, like it's following orders. One slash of my sword and it's gone. Someone planted these ghosts here deliberately. I keep moving. The deeper I go, the thicker the ghost aura gets. I reach the halfway point of the mountain and find strange patterns carved into the trees all around me. The patterns are channeling all the ghost aura toward a single point. Someone's been cultivating something powerful here. Just then, I catch the sound of rocks scraping and rolling. I follow it and find a man curled up inside a shallow cave. When he sees me, he jolts upright, every muscle tense. Are you human? I nod. Zach looks like he's just been thrown a lifeline. He scrambles to his feet. Man, are you from the Ghostbinders Guild? I nod again. Yeah, 32 of us came. Lyra, Lily, all of them. Zach's face drops. That's bad. You have to warn them. Tell them to run. There's a rank nightmare ghost up here. Lyra and the others don't stand a chance. I think for a moment. It's too late. They're already inside. Zach had tried to warn everyone in the group chat, but his phone lost signal out of nowhere. He'd just been hunted down by that ghost, barely escaped with his life. I ask, so where is this ghost you're talking about? Zach points east. Over there. I turn and start walking. Zach grabs my arm. What are you doing? Don't go over there. That thing is incredibly dangerous. I know, I tell him. That's why I'm going to catch it. Zach stares at me. I'm clearly not joking. He swallows hard. This guy is either completely out of his mind or he's the real deal. He clears his throat. Want me to show you the way? Meanwhile, Lily finishes off a rank common ghost and turns to Lyra. Lyra, there are more and more of them. Lyra's brow tightens. I know. She raises her voice to the group. Everyone fall back and regroup around me. Within moments, the entire team forms a tight back-to-back circle around Lyra. Tanya frowns. Something's wrong. Why does it feel like we're the ones being hunted? Lyra sees it too. Wave after wave of ghosts, it's pure attrition. They're being worn down on purpose. She makes the call. Fall back. Now. Lily's voice is grim. Lyra, we can't. Lyra looks toward the path down the mountain and realizes it's completely blocked by ghosts. They're trapped, surrounded on all sides. Someone is pulling the strings. Lyra shouts into the air. Stop hiding! Come out! Silence. Lily glances around, puzzled. Lyra, are you overthinking this? The words have barely left her mouth when her pupils dilate. On a rock ledge nearby stands an old man draped in a black cloak. Lyra's heart drops. She had only shouted on a hunch. She never expected anyone to actually be there. She pushes forward carefully. Sir, are these your ghosts? The old man in black smiles. That's right, every one of them. Now it all clicks for Lyra. This was all a trap set by this old man. Her voice goes cold. What exactly is your game bringing us all here? The old man laughs. Simple. I want all of you dead. My precious one needs the life essence of people like you. He claps his hands. The lower ranked ghosts surrounding them go berserk, swarming Lyra's group from every direction. They keep coming in waves. Even Lyra's bonded ghost is starting to struggle, being pushed back. The bonded ghosts of the level 2 ghostbinders are literally being ripped apart. Lyra's jaw tightens. At this rate, everyone dies here. The old man decides the moment is right. He reaches into his robe and pulls out a patterned cloth pouch. Come out, my precious. A crushing pressure erupts across the air. A female ghost materializes, hovering in midair. Lyra and everyone around her stumbles back, faces tight with fear. The old man gives his command. My precious, kill them all. Consider them a meal I've prepared for you. The ghost doesn't hesitate. She shoots forward. Lyra throws up a wall of ghost aura to block the first strike, but the young man beside her isn't so lucky. The ghost seizes him, grabs him with both hands, and twists. His head comes off. She uses her hands to drain his life essence. Within seconds, his body shrivels up. Then the ghost turns her eyes toward Lily and charges. Lily braces for the end. Then a dark figure steps in front of her, blocking the strike. Lily gasps. Marcus! I flash her a grin. Relax, I've got it from here. Lily tugs at my sleeve. That is not funny, she whispers. We're all about to die. Don't joke around, Tanya murmurs, half to herself in despair. They say there's a level 5 ghostbinder in our guild. If only he were here. Lyra takes a slow breath. Forget about the level 5 ghostbinder. Right now we need to figure out how to survive. Every single person on that mountain steels themselves to fight to the last. Meanwhile, I've been staring at the female ghost this entire time, practically drooling. She's been staring right back at me. Then something absolutely nobody expected happens. The ghost turns around and runs. Lyra's group is stunned. I'm stunned. A prize that was right in my grasp just bolted. That's not happening. I take off after her. The old man in black stands there dumbstruck for a solid moment before it registers, and he scrambles to follow. That ghost had taken him years of painstaking effort to raise. Under normal circumstances, she would never run. With the most terrifying ghost gone and the man behind the whole scheme chasing after her, only the lower-ranked ghosts remain. Lyra wastes no time. Everyone, push through at full force. They cut a path through and fall back the way they came. Lily watches the direction I ran and says quietly, Marcus, I think he went after that ghost. Tanya grabs Lily's hand. Leave him. We need to go, now. Lily hesitates, then pulls free and runs after me. Tanya shouts after her in disbelief. Are you out of your mind? On the other side of the mountain, the ghost spins around and screams at me. Why are you chasing me? I shoot back. Why are you running? She howls. If you weren't chasing me, I wouldn't be running. I ignore her and call out. Dawn, come out. In an instant, Dawn appears directly in the ghost's path. The ghost slashes with her claws, trading blows with Dawn, and within just a few exchanges, she breaks free and flees again. Now I'm even more intrigued. Her information appears in front of me. Name, Frost. Rank, Nightmare. Ghost skill, limitless potential. Description, this skill has no offensive effect, but it allows the user to grow without any ceiling. I click my tongue. Every ghost has a limit. Take Dawn, she's rank Nightmare right now, and her ceiling is rank Lethal. Beyond that, growth becomes nearly impossible. But this ghost in front of me is different. No ceiling. That means with enough resources, she could become a ghost king. A ghost with that kind of potential, there is no way I'm letting her go. She leaps through the air at full speed. I stay right on her. When I close the gap to about 5 meters, I pull out the spirit hairpin and hurl it straight at her. It arcs through the air and drives straight into her chest. The ghost lets out a piercing shriek. Then she goes still. All resistance drains out of her. Just as I move to bind her, a furious shout comes from behind me. Stop! What do you think you're doing? I turn to look at the old man in black. Are you blind? I say flatly. I'm catching a ghost. The old man pulls out a sigil and charges. Dawn moves to intercept, but the moment they collide, a burst of lightning explodes out and sends Dawn flying backward. He swings the sigil again. Another bolt of lightning crashes into Dawn. Her form dims noticeably. I take note. That sigil is not ordinary. The old man closes in fast and gets in my face. Kid, walk away or die. I don't flinch. I draw my sword and point it right at him. He drops all pretense. Then die. A bolt of lightning as thick as an arm comes crashing down toward my face. I activate Soul Scatter and raise my sword to block. The moment the lightning hits the blade, my entire arm goes numb from the impact. This old man is the most powerful human opponent I've faced since coming to the living world, but I don't back down. Because I've noticed something, every time this old man uses a sigil, a significant chunk of his life force drains away. At this rate, even if I do nothing, he'll die on his own. A look of resigned defeat crosses the old man's face. He mutters to himself, Ghost Aura, Soul Rend. You are truly blessed by fate, kid. A living human who has mastered the techniques of a spirit warden. The old man knows his time is up. He tilts his head back and asks the sky, is this my punishment? I watch him, completely confused. What is going on with this guy? One second he's trying to kill me, the next he's having a breakdown. Just then, the old man drops to his knees and pleads, please don't kill that female ghost, I beg you. I still have no idea what's happening. We were just trying to kill each other and now he's pulling the sympathy card? What the hell? He keeps going. Please don't kill her. I'm begging you. I glance at the ghost, then back at the old man. They actually look alike. Could this ghost be his daughter, transformed through some forbidden technique? I sigh. Relax. I'm not going to kill her. I'm going to take her in. The moment the old man hears those words, the tension leaves his entire body. He exhales and collapses to the ground, dead. I crouch down and take the sigil from his hand. Only now do I realize it isn't actually paper. It's woven from fine threads into something that resembles a sigil. I also find a yellowed piece of paper tucked in his pocket. I pull it out and unfold it. It's a detailed description of the sigil, along with step-by-step instructions for learning it. Like a training manual. At the top it reads, Heir of the Twin Sigils and 3 Blades, Thunder Sigil, Fire Sigil, Exorcist's Ghost-Slaying Blade, Peachwood Spirit Sword, Coin-Forged Warding Sword. So this old man was an heir of the Grand Exorcist, and yet a master of his caliber ended up killing people to cultivate a ghost. What a tragic fall. I pocket the sigil and the manual. Then I walk back to the ghost and place my hand on her head. Congratulations. Binding successful. Right then, a voice comes from behind me. Marcus, are you okay? I turn around. Lily came after me. I smile. All good. Everything's handled. Lily stares at me like she can't believe what she's seeing. That was a rank nightmare ghost. How did you even deal with it? I don't elaborate. I just start heading back down the mountain. Seriously, it's fine. Let's head down. It's freezing up here. Don't want to catch a cold. Back at the villa, I pull out the manual again and look up the section on the Thunder Sigil. It says to draw in the primal energy of heaven and earth to drive the Thunder Sigil. What even is primal energy? I have plenty of ghost aura, but that's a different thing entirely. I'll need to find time to visit the Pure Heart Temple and ask around. Just then, there's a knock at the door. Marcus, open up. I open the door to find Raven standing there with a big grin. Still up this late? I skip the small talk. What do you want? Raven steps inside and hands me a thick stack of soul coins. Didn't you say a while back that for 10,000 soul coins you could raise the rank of my bonded ghost? I nod, take the soul coins, and then speak toward Raven's side. Come out. The words barely leave my mouth before a ghost form appears in front of Raven. His jaw drops. Someone else just summoned his bonded ghost with a single word. I pull out 3,000 soul coins, channel them into a concentrated mass of ghost aura, then pour that aura directly into the bonded ghost's body. Immediately, the ghost's energy begins climbing. Its form deepens in color, and it jumps from rank hazardous all the way to rank dangerous. Raven lights up. That's incredible! How did you do that? That's not scientifically possible. I grin. Science ends where the mystical begins. You wouldn't understand. And while I'm saying that, I slip the remaining 7,000 soul coins into my own pocket. Raven is absolutely sour. Made 7,000 profit on a 10,000 deal. That's highway robbery. I ignore his grumbling and hold out the thunder sigil. Do you know what this is? Raven takes it and looks. His expression shifts immediately. Did you kill the Grand Thunder Exorcist? He stops himself before he finishes, shoves the sigil back into my hands. Forget it, I don't want to know. Put that away and I'll pretend I never saw it. I stare at him. Is this thing really that big a deal? Raven warns me. Big doesn't even begin to cover it, it's massive. Have you heard of the Grand Thunder Exorcist? I shake my head. No. Raven sighs and explains. 3 years ago, the Grand Thunder Exorcist fell gravely ill. He was preparing to pass the Thunder Sigil to his daughter when something went wrong. Someone assassinated the Grand Thunder Exorcist and stole the Thunder Sigil. The whole world shook. The twin sigils, 3 blades, and 5 peaks exorcist orders all mobilized to hunt it down. No one ever found it. The case went cold. Raven looks at me with dead seriousness. Do not take that out again. When the Thunder Sigil resurfaces, everything bleeds. Do you understand? I turn the Thunder Sigil over in my hands. This incredible thing just fell into my lap, I murmur. I really am lucky. Just then, my phone rings. I pick up. Uncle Feng's voice comes through, trembling. Marcus, please, I need you to come to Wanhai Plaza. I'm confused. What's wrong? Then a stranger's voice cuts in, cold and sharp. You done talking? The line goes dead. I turn to Raven. Has your uncle stepped on anyone's toes lately? Raven thinks for a moment. If I had to say, it would be dealing with Zhou Tian a while back. I don't ask anything else. I head straight for the car. Raven chases after me. Is my uncle in trouble? I pull the door open and get in. Yes. Let's move. On the other side of the city, at Wanhai Plaza, Uncle Feng is on his knees, covered in wounds. A man in black grinds his boot down onto Uncle Feng's head. If that kid doesn't show up, I will end you today. Uncle Feng doesn't fight back, doesn't beg. He just takes it. Then a Rolls Royce pulls up at the edge of the plaza. Immediately and snarls, "You worthless piece of trash, get over here." I take one look at Uncle Feng's battered state and ask calmly, "You called me out here, there'd better be a reason." The man in black replies without any warmth, "You people killed my cousin Zhou Tian. I'm here for payback." Then his voice shifts, mocking. "Of course, if you drop to your knees and beg, maybe I'll be in a good enough mood to only break one of your legs. Let you crawl around like a dog." I scan the area. 9 level 2 ghost binders, 3 level 3 ghost binders. What a pathetic lineup. "I'll give you 2 choices," I say. "Die or let him go." The man in black looks around at his crew like he just heard the funniest thing in his life. Did you all catch that? He just threatened us. Laughter breaks out. "Ha! Victor, you heard right. He really said that." Another man sneers. "Who does this dog think he is? Must be rabid." My eyes narrow. I draw my sword. Victor and his crew stop laughing. They all summon their bonded ghosts at once. A dozen people close in around me as their bonded ghosts lock onto me. I snort. Anyone who doesn't want their soul scattered, walk away. In that instant, a wave of ghost aura explodes outward from my body in every direction, flooding the entire plaza with thick, suffocating ghost energy. Every bonded ghost in that plaza goes rigid with terror. Victor barks at his bonded ghost. "Go! Kill him!" The ghost doesn't move. Not even a flinch. Victor figures it didn't hear him. He shouts again, "Move!" This time the ghost not only refuses to attack, it begins severing the bond. Victor is completely dumbfounded. Breaking a bond carries a huge cost. And then something even more unbelievable happens. His bonded ghost drops to its knees, in front of me. The other dozen bonded ghosts all sever their bonds at the same time. Their owners scream. "What is happening to my ghost? Why is it breaking the bond? I feed it soul coins. Why would it leave me?" Raven stands to the side, eyes wide, staring. One move from Marcus, and over a dozen bonded ghosts all broke their bonds simultaneously. This is completely insane. I look down at the kneeling ghosts. "Any of you willing to follow me?" The words barely leave my mouth before they're all shouting over each other. "My lord, I will serve you. My lord, command me as you will. My lord, I'll follow you anywhere." Raven can barely watch. These ghosts are way too eager. I raise my hand and reveal the ring. In an instant, all of them pour into it. I turn to Victor and his crew. Victor opens his mouth to apologize. I slap him clean to the ground. The rest of them drop to their knees instantly. I don't bother with their begging. I walk over to Uncle Feng instead and tell him quietly, "Today's debt, I'll settle it completely." Uncle Feng looks up at me with genuine gratitude. "Thank you. Truly." Just then a young man walks over, calm and composed. "Easy there." Victor scrambles to the man like he's found a lifeline. "Lance, help me, please." Lance signals him to be quiet and turns to me. "You've already hit him. He's already sorry. Why not call it even?" I stare at him, not buying it for a second. Call it even? Victor came here ready to kill. If I hadn't been stronger, neither Uncle Feng nor I would have seen tomorrow. So I say coldly, if you kneel and apologize on his behalf and slap yourself 10 times across the face, then I'll consider letting him go. Lance's face goes red. He points at me. "Don't push it." I laugh coldly. "Oh, I ask you to kneel and apologize and you're angry. Then what gives you the right to walk in here and expect me to let him go with just a word? Who do you think you are?" Lance goes scarlet. You don't know when to quit, but before he can finish, he feels a chill creep across his throat. Something is gripping his neck. Lance folds immediately. "Sorry, I'm leaving." I speak quietly. "Frost, let him go." Frost releases her grip. Lance doesn't say another word. He turns and runs. As he runs, he's already thanking himself for apologizing fast, because whatever just grabbed his throat was absolutely rank nightmare. Victor watches Lance disappear into the distance. All hope drains from his face. I give Frost a look. Do it. Just then, a weathered old voice speaks up. Young man, killing someone in public is not a good look. I turn around, exasperated. Why does someone always have to interfere? A white-haired old man stands nearby. I ask flatly, and who are you? The old man smiles pleasantly. My name is Kun Xuan. Some call me the Grand Fire Exorcist. A flicker of hope returns to Victor's face. Grandmaster Kun, please help me. Raven's brow furrows. This just got complicated. The Grand Fire Exorcist is actually here. Kun Xuan sees I'm not backing down. He tries again. Young man, carrying this much anger won't solve anything. With respect, I reply flatly. Killing is the only solution today. You're old enough to know to stay out of other people's business. Kun Xuan shakes his head with a sigh. Ah, is this what young people are like now? Killing brings suffering. That does it. Old man, you talk too much. When Victor was trying to kill me, not a single person spoke up. Now that I want to deal with him, every random nobody crawls out of the woodwork. If you really want to save him, then make your move. Before the words are even finished, Dawn, Zane, Ember, and Frost all appear at once, surrounding the area. Kun Xuan instinctively reaches for a red sigil. Then he pauses, genuinely impressed. Remarkable, young man. 4 rank nightmare ghosts. He hesitates, then waves his hand. Ah, to be young again, full of fire. This old man will mind his own business. I'll be going. And just like that, Victor's last hope is gone. I don't rush this time. I look around the plaza. Anyone else? I think to myself, if one more person jumps out, they'll find out the hard way. I wait. Nobody moves. I give Frost a nod. She reads it instantly. She moves to Victor's side. One swift strike, and her claw drives straight through his chest. As for Victor's crew, the moment they see him drop, they scatter. Raven watches it all and asks in disbelief, how do you keep adding rank nightmare bonded ghosts? That's not scientifically possible. I grin. That's a shallow way to think about it. How many times do I have to say it? Science ends where the mystical begins. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, Kun Xuan sits on a sofa, questioning a young man across from him. Did you find the Thunder Sigil? The young man's expression is grave. We found Elder Bing's body on Mount Wanling, but the Thunder Sigil was gone. Whoever killed him took it. Kun Xuan's eyes sharpen. Then the Thunder Sigil is still somewhere in Yunzhou City. Find out who killed Elder Bing. At the same time, in a hotel across the city, a woman dressed in black stands at her window, staring out with a troubled expression. She had come to Yunzhou City for one reason, to reclaim the Thunder Sigil that belongs to her. Just then, a man enters and bows. Miss, we found Elder Bing's body. The woman spins around. Body? Could he be faking his death? The man shakes his head. We confirmed it multiple times. He's truly gone. The woman can barely process it. She murmurs, how can he be dead? He had everything to live for, a wife and daughter murdered, a blood debt unpaid. He stole the Thunder Sigil from my Zhuge family and spent years in hiding. All of it just to get his revenge. So how could he just die like this? She looks up. How did he die? The man answers, he misused the Thunder Sigil. His meridians were destroyed. He burned through what was left of his life force. But before he died, he encountered someone powerful. The woman's eyes go cold. Find out who. The next morning, Serena comes to get me for the auction. On the way, she fills me in. This auction is hosted by the Wanhai Group. They're selling top-tier spirit artifacts, each usable up to 7 times. The embroidered shoes and the silk robe you're after will also be up for bid. Those two don't have any special abilities, so the price should land around 30,000 soul coins. I nod. Got it. I'm nearly asleep in my seat when the auctioneer's voice suddenly rises. Next up, 2 special spirit artifacts, a pair of embroidered shoes, and a silk outer robe. I snap upright instantly. The auctioneer smiles and continues. Starting bid is 30,000 soul coins. Minimum raise is 1,000. Before I can even open my mouth, a middle-aged man calls out 31,000. I pause. Wait to see if anyone else bids, then call 32,000. I think I've got it. Then a male voice cuts in. 33,000. I look over. A young man. I go straight to 35,000. But the moment I speak, the young man fires back without hesitation. 36,000. I let out a long sigh and just say it. 40,000. The room goes silent for a beat, then erupts. 40,000. Is he insane? Do those 2 items actually do something? The young man doesn't raise the bid this time. Instead, he smiles over at me. Hey, you've got deep pockets, but let me teach you something today. Sometimes money isn't enough. He stands and addresses the stage. My name is Yamada. My master is the Grand Fire Exorcist. The room buzzes again. So this is Yamada, the top disciple of the Grand Fire Exorcist. Why is he all the way out here in a place like Yunzhou City? The auctioneer catches the name and looks toward a middle-aged man off to the side. The man steps forward. Since the Grand Fire Exorcist's disciple has taken an interest, consider them a gift. Yamada smiles warmly. Much appreciated. After the auction, let me buy you tea. I'm on my feet before he's done. I already won those 2 items. What gives you the right to just hand them over? The man replies coolly, I'm the auction manager. That gives me the right. And we never actually collected your soul coins. Yamada adds with a smile, sorry about this. Those items are out of your reach. That's what connections are for. Understand? I clench my fist. This guy is unbelievable. Just then, a sharp voice cuts through the room. What's going on here? I follow the voice. Forrest strides in, looking displeased. Who's causing a scene? Sam quickly points at me. Boss, this guy is making trouble. I'll have him removed. Forrest is about to lose his temper, but the second he sees who it is, he slaps Sam across the face. Who told you to throw anyone out? He turns to me with a wide grin. Marcus, you're here. Why didn't you let me know in advance? Serena glances at Forrest, then at me, then at Yamada standing off in the distance with that smug look on his face. This is about to get interesting. She hears Forrest ask, Marcus, what happened? I give Forrest a quick summary. Forrest's face goes cold with fury. He turns on Sam. Sam, you have some nerve. Sam goes pale, scrambling to explain. Sir, I had no idea this man was your friend. Forrest's voice is ice. Friend or not, you don't break the rules of this house. Sam pushes on, desperate. But that man is the Grand Fire Exorcist's disciple. I was trying to build a connection. Forrest cuts him off. You're fired. Sam is stunned. He tries to say something more, but Forrest ignores him completely and walks straight to Yamada. He smiles politely. My apologies. Those 2 items cannot be given to you. Yamada's expression sours. What does that mean? Are you going back on your word? Forrest keeps smiling. By the rules of this auction, those items already belong to my friend. Yamada narrows his eyes. Offending me is offending my master. Forrest doesn't blink. Rules are rules. Even if the Grand Fire Exorcist himself walked through that door, I would not make an exception. Yamada turns and storms out. He has never been this humiliated in his life. Forrest has the 2 items packaged up and handed to me. Then he pulls me aside into a private room and lowers his voice. Marcus, the Lee family has already sent 2 separate teams asking questions about the Lee third matter. I've kept it quiet, but I'm not sure I can hold it much longer. I nod. Don't worry. As long as the Lee family doesn't push hard, it won't be a problem. And if they do push, it'll be a little messy, but I can handle it. Forrest nods. Understood. I'll keep you posted on anything involving the LA family. After leaving the auction, I head straight to the mountain where Jade had been. But the moment I arrive, I find that a crowd has already gathered on this mountain. I'm still puzzling over why anyone would be out here in the middle of nowhere when a man behind me calls out, Hey, there's a dangerous ghost up there. It's not safe. If you don't have business here, you should leave. I nod, then ask, Then what are you all here for? He says flatly, Ghost hunting. The moment I hear that, I take off sprinting up the mountain. The men behind me are baffled. They just told him there's a ghost up there, and he ran toward it. Up ahead, I spot a woman in black leading a group, drawing sigils into the bark of the surrounding trees. The moment I appear, she notices me and calls out seriously, Hey, it's dangerous here. You need to leave. I look at her. That ghost is powerful. You're not in its league. I'd advise you not to try catching it. The woman in black, Luna, gives a short laugh. There's no ghost I can't catch. She turns back to her work. Darkness falls quickly. A thick fog rolls in from nowhere, and Luna senses immediately that something is wrong. Everyone get ready. The ghost is coming out. The words barely leave her mouth when a ghostly figure begins to materialize. 4 men leap into the air and throw a red rope net over the ghost, crackling with energy, sending up plumes of black smoke. At the same time, another man hurls a fistful of ritual ash at the ghost. The ghost twists out of the way, then thrusts out her hand. A blast of dark energy rips through the red rope net, tearing a massive hole through it. The ghost breaks free. Luna finally realizes this is a rank nightmare ghost and shouts, Everyone scatter! But it's already too late. With a sickening sound, the ghost drives her hand clean through a man's chest. The others stumble back in horror, scrambling to get away. Just then, the formation they had set earlier releases a burst of golden light, and the ghost can no longer advance. But Luna can't step into the light either. The ghost, unwilling to back down, begins hurling dark energy blades at the golden barrier again and again. The light begins to fade. One of the younger disciples turns to Luna. What do we do? Luna says firmly, All of you go. I'll handle this. The young man starts to object. Luna cuts him off. Take them and go. He doesn't argue again. He leads the others away. Luna reaches into her pocket and pulls out a blue sigil. Just then, crack, the ghost shatters through the formation and charges straight at Luna. At the same moment, a surge of blue lightning crackles to life around Luna, and she charges right back. In an instant, the two are locked in combat. Luna deflects every strike from the ghost with her lightning, but with each exchange, the warding thunder sigil in her hand grows visibly dimmer. It clearly won't hold much longer. Luna reads the situation. She forms a seal with her hands, and a concentrated bolt of lightning crashes into the ghost, sending her stumbling back more than a meter. Luna takes the opening and turns to run, but the moment she does, she sees me walking calmly toward the ghost. She shouts, Run! Are you trying to get yourself killed? I ignore her. I pull out the embroidered shoes and silk robe and call up to the ghost hovering in the air. Come down! And right before Luna's disbelieving eyes, the ghost descends and lands quietly in front of me. Luna breathes. Are you serious right now? I look the ghost over and exhale with relief. Good. Not a scratch on her. I take out the embroidered robe and dress her in it. The moment the robe is on, everything about her changes. The decay on her face begins to heal, her features growing almost beautiful, and her aura strengthens noticeably. I pat her on the head. Not bad. Luna is completely speechless. That thing is a rank nightmare ghost. Is he treating it like a pet? I send her into the ghost home. Name Jade. Rank nightmare. Ghost skill. Strike. Condenses ghost aura into a single devastating blow. Damage scales with the user's strength. Soul coin output. 80 soul coins per day. Luna watches the ghost vanish. She stares at me. You actually tamed it? I nod and start to leave. Luna isn't done. Why didn't that ghost attack you? Why did she submit without a fight? I give her a look. Let's just say she was won over by my charm. Believe it or not, Luna sees right through me. She decides to introduce herself instead. My name is Luna. I'm the senior disciple of the Thunder Sigil Order. I give a flat nod. Noted. Anything else? No? Then I'm off. Luna frowns. You don't seem very happy to see me. Internally I'm thinking, the real Thunder Sigil from your order is sitting in my pocket. Of course I'm not thrilled to talk to you. Seeing that I'm not responding, Luna tries again. Can you tell me why that ghost didn't attack you? I counter, can you teach me how to use the Thunder Sigil? Luna answers without hesitation. Tell me why first and I'll teach you. I immediately realize that's not a great trade. Luna explains with a smile. It's actually just a basic beginner technique called the Artifact Binding Art. Nothing special, the Pure Heart Temple teaches it too. They call theirs the Artifact Resonance Manual. Same thing at the core, just different names. Most Taoist schools teach it. My eyes light up when I hear that. If I learn the Artifact Binding Art, can I use the Thunder Sigil? Luna notices I've completely zoned out. She tries again. So, can you tell me now? I snap back. It's nothing complicated. That ghost is just afraid of me. Luna stares. That's it? I answer with complete sincerity. That's it. Luna studies me for a long moment. A rank nightmare ghost is afraid of him. Does that mean he's stronger than a rank nightmare ghost? We exchange contact information. She sends me the Artifact Binding Art. And to my surprise, it comes with not just text but instructional videos as well. I'm deep into watching when Luna suddenly spins around and draws the warding Thunder Sigil, every nerve on edge. I look up to find Leo, a spirit warden, drifting over. He bows respectfully. My lord, I have confirmation. The ones who captured me will be entering the ancestral hall tomorrow. Luna is completely thrown. A spirit warden just called a living person my lord. She can't process it. I think for a moment. Do we know who they are? Leo replies respectfully. 2 powerful ghosts from the ghost realm, along with a group from the Meridian House. That's the Ghost Witches organization. These Ghost Witches were once affiliated with our Night Court. They are the Underworld's representatives in the living world. Luna adds quietly. Before ghosts crossed into the living world, Ghost Witches were simply intermediaries, people who helped the living communicate with the dead. But after the collapse, they began using their abilities to summon powerful ghosts from the underworld, and eventually became a faction in their own right. Leo continues. A ghost witch divined my location, and the Ghost Realm's forces used that to capture me. That explains everything. That's how the Ghost Realm has always been able to find spirit wardens. I say flatly, let's pay the Meridian House a visit. Luna immediately speaks up. The Meridian House Ghost Witch keeps an army of lesser ghosts and 2 rank nightmare ghosts. This is dangerous. I laugh. Funny thing, I'm afraid of a lot of things. Ghosts aren't one of them. I switch into my spirit commander robes in one smooth motion. Luna stares. A spirit commander. No wonder that ghost was afraid of him. Half an hour later, the 3 of us stand at the gates of the Meridian House. The moment we stop, the bell above the entrance starts ringing wildly. The gate slowly creaks open. A small girl peeks her head out, but the second she sees me, she stumbles backward and retreats. We step inside the courtyard. A cold, heavy feeling closes in around us. Further inside, I find an old woman holding 3 sticks of incense, standing before a ritual altar. She places the incense in the burner and turns to look at me. I heard a spirit commander had crossed into the living world, but I couldn't divine your location. I never expected the spirit commander to be a living person. The little girl who let us in now hides behind the old woman. I say coldly, you worked with the Ghost Realm to capture Leo. The old woman admits it without hesitation. Yes, that was me. I press further. Which ghost from the Ghost Realm? What is its name? The old woman says nothing. She looks past me. I turn and find my back surrounded by ghost shadows that appeared without a sound. I call out, Frost, come out and clear the field. Frost appears among the shadows and begins a one-sided slaughter. At the same time, 2 rank nightmare ghosts rise up behind the old woman. I say nothing. I slowly draw my sword. The 2 rank nightmare ghosts immediately understand. About a minute later, every ghost shadow behind me has been wiped out. The old woman finally speaks. That ghost's power rivals your own. By living world standards, it would be ranked catastrophic. That surprises me. I didn't expect the Ghost Realm to have sent something that powerful to the living world. I ask again, you were once part of the Night Court. Why are you so deeply involved with the Ghost Realm? The old woman sighs. We were, yes. She lights 3 more sticks of incense before continuing. 7 years ago, when the collapse first began, we still had contact with the Night Court. As long as we burned offerings for the King of Death, the spirit wardens would respond to our requests. But a year later, no matter what we tried, the Night Court went completely silent. And with ghosts flooding into the living world, people like us, those who deal with the underworld, were the most vulnerable. So to protect ourselves, many ghost witches, like me, turned to the Ghost Realm for protection. Others chose to align with the Bridge faction. As she speaks, she reaches for more incense. I stop her. Put those down. You already told me I'm a living person. What exactly is enchanted incense going to do to me? You've been lighting them non-stop. The old woman freezes. Her little trick has been called out. Awkward. I think for a moment. All right, use your method to contact the Night Court. Let's see what happens. The old woman nods, lights a bundle of red incense, and kneels before the statue of the King of Death, murmuring something under her breath. The smoke drifts slowly into the statue. By all accounts, the Night Court should have received the signal, so why no response? There's only one explanation. Someone inside the Night Court is sabotaging things from within. I say, enough. I've seen enough. The old woman rises and turns to me. The powerful ghost from the ghost realm has arrived in Yunzhou City. You'll be meeting soon enough. Then she looks down at her granddaughter and back up at me. I'll answer for what I've done, but this girl is all I have. Please, spare her. I don't answer right away. Instead, I say, I can spare your granddaughter, but you'll help me fight against the ghost realm. The old woman hesitates. She glances back at the two rank nightmare ghosts. I follow her gaze. Those two were clearly sent by the ghost realm to keep an eye on her. Don't worry about those two. Before I even finish the sentence, I grab one ghost by the head, the other spins to flee. I raise my hand, a soul chain snaps into existence and wraps tight around it. I send both ghosts into the ghost tome. Name, Flux. Rank, Nightmare. Ghost skill, Echo, releases a copy of itself. Soul coin output, 80 soul coins per day. Name, Blight. Rank, Nightmare. Ghost skill, Soul Drain. Soul coin output, 80 soul coins per day. The ghost tome flips back to the first page on its own. Text appears. Congratulations. Quest complete. Soul coin income increased by 10 times. I nearly lose it. I almost burst out laughing. This is an absolute windfall. 10 rank nightmare ghosts. 8,000 soul coins a day. 80,000 in 10 days. 240,000 a month. Good grief. In 10 or 15 years, my personal wealth would exceed the entire Underworld's treasury. The old woman watches me grinning like an idiot. She stammers, Are you all right? I wipe the grin off my face. I'm fine. Now I'll give you a choice. Align with the ghost realm, or with me. The old woman lets out a long sigh. Do I really have a choice? I raise my hand, and over a dozen ghosts pour out of the ring. I turn to the old woman. These are yours now. When I need your help, I'll reach out. With that settled, I leave with Luna. At the point where we part ways, she asks, Aren't you worried that old woman will stab you in the back? I smile. Smart people don't do stupid things. Back home, I sit down and start studying the chi sensing art. The technique is essentially a method for sensing primal energy in the world around you. It takes me a full 5 hours before I can actually feel it. Next comes learning how to use the Thunder Sigil. Stage 1, Lightning Summon, the basics. Stage 2, Lightning Armor, coating your entire body in lightning to deflect attacks. Stage 3, Full Thunder Release, using both simultaneously. Once I've absorbed all of that, I try channeling my primal energy into the Thunder Sigil. The next second, the Thunder Sigil pulses to life in my hand, and I can feel a surge of power inside it ready to release. I aim at a potted plant across the room and let it go. With a sharp crackling sound, the plant is obliterated by lightning. Just then, someone hammers on the front door. Open up! Open the door right now! I open it and freeze. The woman at the door stares at me in silence. Then she raises her hand and a bloom of crimson fire ignites in her palm. Say something or I will burn this place down. Try me. My tongue ties itself in a knot. She stares me down. Do you remember me? I stammer. Yes, of course I do. This woman's name is Ruby. She is the disciple of the Judge of the Bridge faction and the wielder of the Red Lotus Hellfire. She is also a living person, which means she can only spend 7 days a month in the Underworld. Back then, I was just a low-ranking spirit warden. I came across Ruby wandering where she shouldn't have been. I had no idea she was alive. And since every ghost in the Underworld is hideous, suddenly finding someone beautiful was a lot. So I grabbed her, kept her around for days. Nothing happened, I just wanted something nice to look at. Eventually I let her go. The next time I ran into Ruby, she had mastered the Red Lotus Hellfire. I was terrified of payback, so I hid. Ruby stares at me, cold. I didn't expect you to be a living person. I didn't expect you to be one either, I shoot back. Ruby lets out a short, sharp laugh. Marcus, you use that name in the Underworld too. I'd never have found you in the living world if you hadn't. Then something seems to come back to her. Her expression goes dark, and the flame in her palm erupts more than a meter into the air. I stumble backward. Hey, stay back! It's the middle of the day. What are you doing? I grab my phone. I will film you and post it everywhere. I'll tell everyone you're out here harassing your teacher. Ruby stops in her tracks. I call out right away. What do you even want from me? She scoffs. Revenge, obviously. I shoot back. Come on, I just thought you were a ghost back then. So, the cold glint in Ruby's eyes sharpens. Finish that sentence if you want to die, I mutter under my breath. How was I supposed to know a living person could pull their soul out and walk into the Underworld? Ruby's brow knits tight. She flings a pillar of pink fire straight at me. I throw myself sideways. The flames crash down and erupt into a wall of fire over a meter high. My heart slams against my ribs. Ruby, that's all ancient history. Can't we just move on? Ruby narrows her eyes. The fury doesn't fade, it burns even hotter. He defiled her soul, and all she gets is move on? What a joke. The thought makes her blood boil. Ruby's fury spikes. I think it's time you found a new house. The words barely leave her lips before a tongue of flame lands on the roof. The entire villa erupts into a roaring blaze. I stare at the inferno, completely speechless. That was a brand new house. Ruby shoots me one last glare, turns and walks away. I just stand there, totally thrown off. What is wrong with her? Showing up all dramatic, just to torch my house and leave. I watch the flames helplessly. That's crimson karmic flame. I can't touch it. This house is gone for good. What a disaster. Looks like I'm sleeping in a hotel again. The next morning, I head straight to the Pure Heart Temple. The moment I walk in, everyone is packing up, like they're moving out. Just then, Elder Chin spots me and looks surprised. Marcus, you're here early. I wave it off. Not that early, are you guys moving out? Elder Chin sighs. If we don't clear things out now, there might be nothing left by tonight. Before I can respond, Master Li appears at the hall entrance. Sir Marcus, come sit. I step into the main hall and find one table left. Just one. Master Li smiles calmly. Sir Marcus, there will be a fierce battle tonight. No question. The Pure Heart Temple is bound to get caught in the crossfire. Half these buildings probably won't survive. I shift awkwardly. Come on, it won't be that bad. Master Li just chuckles. Once you're in the heat of it, nothing can stop you. These old wooden buildings of ours, they simply won't hold up. I stare at the old man across from me. Am I really that destructive? Night falls. Every valuable in the Pure Heart Temple has been cleared out. Then, a rapid rhythm of footsteps from outside. 5 strange men stride in. They go straight to Elder Chin. We're here to collect. Before Elder Chin can respond, I cut in. So you're the ones who captured the Spirit Warden. The moment the stocky leader lays eyes on me, his expression hardens. He rounds on Elder Chin and bellows. The Pure Heart Temple broke the rules. I sold goods here in good faith and you leaked my identity. I let out a cold laugh. Drop the act. You sold that Spirit Warden on purpose. Just to lure me out. We're all old enough to know the game. Don't play dumb. It wasn't until yesterday when I visited the Ghost Witch that it finally clicked. These people had been watching me since the moment I arrived in the living world, but because I'm still alive, they couldn't track me directly. So they set up this whole scheme, selling a Spirit Warden to smoke me out. I say flatly, you came here to take me out, don't bother denying it. The stocky man grins. Mo Ying, wait no, Marcus, sharp as ever. I frown. You know me? His expression twists with disgust. Ghost from the Ghost Realm. No limits, no shame. Perfectly fine ghost, and you just had to go possess a corpse. The stocky man smirks. Marcus, are you seriously looking for justice here? As he speaks, he pulls out a young girl's severed head from somewhere and tosses it at my feet. I wiped out her whole family. You going to avenge her? Before I can speak, Master Li quietly asks, why did you kill her? The man laughs. Does there have to be a reason? Ran into them on the road, killed them on the spot. I stop talking and draw my sword. The stocky man sneers. Oh, Marcus has some attitude now. Forgot what it felt like when I had you running like a dog. My pupils contract. An invisible force pulses out from me in every direction. You're Crest, from Ghost Prison. Crest. The name hits like a blade. He once slaughtered over 100,000 ghosts in Yinhui Prison. In a single night, the screams echoed through the entire underworld. Back then, I was just a low-ranking Spirit Warden, nowhere near strong enough. He came after me too. The only reason I survived was because a few ghost allies fought alongside me, but every single one of those allies, Crest killed them all. It took the King of Death himself to end it. Crest sees the recognition in my eyes, and laughs even louder. That's right! You were just a little Spirit Warden back then, and you barely got away. Look at you now, after all these years. A Spirit Commander. My voice goes cold. Good. New grudges and old. I'll settle them all. I'm going to tear your soul apart. Crest sneers. Big word, Spirit Commander Marcus. I've been preparing for this for over a month, you know. He reaches into his robes and draws out a skull staff. The moment it appears, the air fills with the cries and desperate pleas of countless baby ghosts. Beside me, Master Li slowly rises from his seat and walks toward me. Elder Chin rushes to stop him. Hi, Master. What are you doing? Didn't you tell us not to get involved in this? Master Li is completely calm. I did. I told you not to get involved. I never said anything about myself. Truth be told, before Crest walked in, Master Li had no interest in getting involved. But the moment he laid eyes on Crest, everything changed. Master Li's mind is made up. Every last one of these ghosts deserves to be wiped out. Elder Chin presses anxiously. Hi, Master. What can I do to help? Master Li waves him off. Stay back. You can't help right now. Then he turns to me. Marcus, allow this old man to fight alongside you. I give a nod. No words needed. I raise my sword and charge straight at Crest. In an instant, man and ghost clash. We're both at the same level of ghost energy, but Crest is edging ahead. Every strike of his is brutal. That skull staff delivers soul strikes on top of physical hits. He's a nightmare to fight. If close range combat isn't working, time to switch things up. I unleash a rapid chain of ghost skills. Ghost skill, chain lash. Ghost skill, slash. Ghost skill, phantom step. Ghost skill, ghost sense. Ghost skill, ghost flame. The barrage drives Crest back, and then blasts him clean out of his host body. Master Li watches, jaw dropped. In under a minute, Marcus has used at least 5 ghost skills and every single one is at full power. He had underestimated Marcus. That much is clear now. Crest shouts to his ghosts in the distance. Stop standing there, get over here. I crack a grin. You've got backup? So do I, bring it on. In the next instant, 5 nightmare rank bonded ghosts materialize in front of me. Master Li's mouth falls open. Nightmare rank ghosts? And he just summons them left and right with zero limit? On the other side of the room, Dawn has already moved, sprinting straight at one of the enemy ghosts. At the same time, Zane and the others join in all at once. Artifacts fly in every direction. The whole place erupts into chaos. I lock back into combat with Crest, and he flickers, appearing right behind me. He drives his skull staff toward the center of my back. At that exact moment, Frost throws herself between us. She takes the full blow. A sickening crack. The staff pierces straight through her. Her form begins to fade. I reach for 10,000 soul coins and convert them into ghost energy, and pour it directly into Frost's body. The wound seals shut. She's fully restored. Crest watches, then turns and shouts to his remaining 3 ghosts. Yes, everyone in. Let him feel what true despair looks like. He shakes 2 terrifying rank ghosts out from his sleeve. He raises one hand. A torrent of ghost energy floods into one of them. In moments, that ghost breaks through to nightmare rank. He does the same with the ghost energy, pouring it into the second, nightmare rank. Crest's side now has 6 nightmare rank ghosts. Crest stares me down with a smug grin. I laugh. You call that despair? You think I can't do the same? I wave my hand and summon Snow. I pull out 100,000 soul coins and convert them into ghost energy and pour it into Snow's body. Snow lets out a series of terrifying screams. Then, his power starts to climb. Rank, hazardous. Rank, dangerous. Rank, terrifying. Rank, nightmare. I summon Songjan next. Same method. Songjan's power climbs all the way to nightmare rank. Elder Chin gasps. So that's what soul coins are really for. I pull out another 100,000 soul coins and convert them into ghost energy and pour it into Frost's body. The color of Frost's form deepens. Her eyes grow sharper and more alive. Then her body makes a cracking sound. And in the next instant, Frost breaks through to rank, supreme. Crest, who was so arrogant just moments ago, goes completely silent. This is absolutely insane. Who upgrades ghosts like an assembly line? And how is Marcus this loaded? He must have spent at least 300,000 soul coins. I give the order. Move. Frost strikes first. Dawn is right behind her, biting clean through a ghost's arm. Crest watches 2 of his allies die back to back. He spins toward the last man in black. Hey, stop watching. If you don't move now, all my ghosts are going to die here. The man pulls out a flare gun, unbothered. Yeah. He fires it into the air. A boom. A burst of red light explodes in the sky. Moments later, several vans pull up. A group of men in deep red robes climbs out. The man at the front carries a sword forged from copper coins. The rest carry wooden blades. Their combined aura rises into the sky, forming the towering silhouette of a Taoist figure. Master Li sees this and mutters to himself. I never thought might ever see these people working with evil ghosts. I frown. Who are they? Master Li's expression darkens. Marcus, these people are from the Coppermark Order. Those copper coin swords they're carrying are knockoff versions of the real ghost-binding blades. Just then, a young man swings his Coppermark sword. The massive silhouette behind him mirrors the motion. The blade descends toward Dawn. She tries to block it, but the next second, the sword's light slices straight through her body. White smoke bursts from the wound. Dawn's arm is severed. Against the Coppermark Order, even Dawn and the other ghosts can't bring out half their real power. They're being completely crushed. Master Li's expression is grave. This battle is beyond anything I've ever seen. Even if he wanted to step in, there's nothing he could do. Just when everyone thinks I'm finished, a thunderous roar of rotor blades fills the sky. A fleet of black helicopters comes into view. One lands nearby. Iris steps out with over a dozen people behind her. That chopper lifts off, and the next one lands. Another dozen people climb out. By the time the 7th helicopter departs, over 100 people have arrived. Iris turns a cold gaze on the Coppermark Order. You dare mess with the Ghostbinders Guild? You really think we have no one left? As it turns out, Iris has known about everything happening in Yunzhou City for a while. She had assumed Marcus could handle it alone and wasn't planning to step in. But then word reached her that certain people had shown up who had no business being here. That changed everything. She turns to me. You good? I nod. For now. Iris smiles. So, glad you joined the guild? Catching ghosts isn't my specialty. But handling people? That I can do. Nearby, Master Li quietly marvels. Modern firepower is something else. Iris raises her hand. The soldiers around her rack their weapons, ready to fire. The Coppermark Order goes pale. The man who fired the flare gun speaks up fast. Don't shoot! Please don't shoot! Iris gives him a cold smile. I never thought that you people would actually team up with ghosts. Disgusting. The man tries again. I know, we were wrong. This was our fault. Please don't fire. Iris ignores him and looks at me. I ask flatly, if they die, is that going to be a problem? Iris shrugs. Dead is dead. They're a cancer anyway. The men in the distance hear this, and every face goes white. The man begs Iris again. Iris, please don't. We can work this out. He never finishes the sentence. A gunshot rings out. His body drops. The rest throw their hands over their heads and crouch down. I stare at Iris. You just had him killed. She smiles. Nothing to do with me. You're the one responsible for this. I blink, confused. Something feels off. Iris continues. Think about it. These people came after you, and then you took out the target in the process. Doesn't that make perfect sense? I hold up a hand. I get it, but say it clearly or I'm not taking the fall. Iris sighs. It's simple, really. That guy did a lot of bad things. I couldn't touch him myself. Today I used your hand to get rid of him. I nod slowly. All right, put it that way and I'll take the blame. I turn back to Crest. Crest never expected Marcus to have this many tricks up his sleeve. He turns to run. I flash forward and cut off his escape. We lock back into combat. Crest snarls. Kid, I'm walking out of here. You can't stop me. Your ghost catching techniques are useless on me. He's right, I can't pin him down. So I reach for the thunder seal I obtained earlier. In the next instant, lightning engulfs my body. The moment Crest touches me, his body starts dissolving fast. He swings his ghost aura staff frantically, barely managing to hold off my attack. Nearby, Iris's brow furrows hard. Why does Marcus have a thunder seal, and why is he only using it now? This is a problem. Across the room, Master Lee stares at the thunder seal in my hand, equally baffled. Why can this kid use a thunder seal? That's not scientifically possible. A ghost binder using a thunder seal? Once a person forms a bond contract with a ghost, they become a ghost binder, and everything like thunder seals should repel them. Especially since Marcus has so many nightmare rank bonded ghosts, the repulsion should be even stronger. Crest is even more stunned. How are you using that? I give a cold smile. Why wouldn't I? I'm not a ghost. Crest frowns deeper. You're human, then why were you in the underworld? I don't answer. I slam my palm toward him. Crest doesn't dare take it head on. He spins to run. I flick my fingers. A bolt of lightning crackles out. Pop, snap, crack, and Crest freezes, completely unable to move. Strike while he's down. I move in for the kill when red petals drift through the air and vanish when they hit the ground. I spin around and see a female ghost in a deep red robe. Before she can speak, I warn her directly. I don't know what Crest offered you, or what the ghost realm promised you, but stay out of this. If I decide to kill you, not even the bridge will stop me. The female ghost smiles. Get rid of me? We're both spirit commanders. Are you sure you can? I scoff. You think I became a spirit commander in 7 years by luck? You think I walked out of every single battle alive because of chance? The female spirit commander tilts her head, genuinely puzzled. I'm curious. You're clearly running on empty right now. How are you still this confident? That thunder seal can't be used a second time. Truth is, I'm not here to fight you. I just want to take her and go. Crest laughs from the side. Surprise, kid. Bet you didn't see that coming. You can't kill me. I stop talking. Slowly, I open my mouth. Drops of pitch black liquid drip out one by one. Then from deep in my throat comes a piercing, terrifying sound. Let me out! Let me out! I'll wipe out every ghost here. Let me out. You already came out last time. It's my turn now. Master, let me out. Let me burn them all. Crest's expression goes dead serious. He grabs the female spirit commander. Run. Now. Take me and run. Faster! The female spirit commander doesn't hesitate. She grabs Crest and bolts. I sigh inside. The 5 seals work so well in the underworld. Why is it so useless here? I call out one more time. A 2-horned ghost appears before everyone. An overwhelming aura floods the room. Everyone present struggles just to breathe. It turns its gaze toward the enemy ghosts. Boom, boom, boom. Those ghosts pop like balloons. Gone in an instant. Zane and the other bonded ghosts press their foreheads flat against the ground in terror. Nearby, Iris nearly stops breathing altogether. All she feels is an endless, crushing dread. Her mind goes blank. Master Lee whispers to himself. Ivy. The legendary Ivy. My own face has gone completely white. To summon Ivy, I've burned through every last bit of energy in my body. Ivy glides to my side and greets me warmly. Oh my. Master, it has been so long since you called for me. I point in the direction Crest fled. Bring them back. Ivy nods obediently. She reaches into a black jar and rummages around, muttering to herself as she digs. Now, which one should I use? Number 1? No, too slow. Number 2? No, doesn't feel strong enough. This one? No. That one? No either. She seems to be taking her time choosing. Beside her, Iris keeps her eyes fixed on the direction Crest ran. Every second wasted makes this harder. Ghosts move fast. They could vanish in minutes. Ivy is still muttering. She clicks her tongue. Feels like all these little ones want to turn outside. This one then. And fast, Ivy pulls a tiny blue ghost out of the jar and speaks to it directly. Bring them back. The little blue ghost nods. Sure thing. Mother. The blue ghost swings its tiny fork and stirs the air. In the next instant, the female spirit commander and Crest start sliding backward. Fast. Like an invisible whirlpool is pulling them in. The female spirit commander sees there's no escape. She turns to me, desperate. Marcus, please don't kill me. Just let me go. I answer without a shred of sympathy. Too late for that. On the other side, while no one is watching, Ivy quietly raises her hand. The next second, Crest's body is twisted into a spiral, like a wrung-out cloth. I cough up a mouthful of blood. Ivy stops immediately and rushes to reassure me. Master, are you alright? I won't do any more. I just wanted to see how much power I could use. I wipe the blood from the corner of my mouth. Part of me is quietly relieved. Relieved that the one I summoned was Ivy. If I had called on any of the others, the damage would have been far worse. The others would have let loose without holding back, with no concern for my survival whatsoever. Ivy waves her hand. She grabs the female spirit commander, rolls her up into a ball, and stuffs her into the black jar. Then Ivy points at Frost and whispers to me. That female ghost, she's lovely. Can I have her? Frost jolts with fear. I shut it down immediately. No. Ivy lets out a soft sigh. What a shame. So, is it time for my wish? I nod. Go ahead, Ivy smiles. Master, find my sister, Yuan-Chi, and kill her. My head starts to throb. Your sister is a living person. Ivy nods. She burned me alive to steal the family inheritance. I just felt her presence nearby. She's still out there. You have to kill her for me. I nod slowly, resigned. Fine, I'll handle it. Ivy senses how drained I am and retreats back into my body on her own. I feel completely hollowed out. I can barely even channel ghost energy right now. I turn to Frost. Finish her. Frost doesn't hesitate. She tears Crest apart with her bare hands. And with that, this whole ordeal finally comes to a close. As for the people from the Coppermark Order, every last one of them is taken away by Iris and locked up. The next morning, I'm still half asleep when I catch voices outside my hotel door. You think Marcus is okay? Probably. I heard the fight yesterday was intense. Tore the whole Pure Heart Temple apart. That's why I felt the whole building shaking last night. I thought it was an earthquake. Now I think it must have been Marcus's fight causing that. I call out toward the door. Who's there? Felix's voice comes from the other side, respectful and steady. Marcus, it's Felix. Another voice follows. And me, Joel. I sit up. Come in. Felix and Joel step inside. They immediately launch into a show of concern. Marcus, are you alright? We heard you coughed up blood yesterday. Joel jumps in. Marcus, my brother is a hospital director. I can have him come check on you. I stare at them both. It was nothing. It'll heal on its own. Joel panics. Injured. That is absolutely not okay. I'm getting him here personally. Felix looks worried too. What rank was the ghost you faced yesterday? That it actually hurt you? I wave them off. Enough, both of you. I'm fine. No hospital. Felix drops the subject and shifts gears. We heard your house burned down, so I've already arranged a new villa for you. His intel really is something. Marcus's house burned yesterday, and Felix already knows about it today. Felix adds, we're in the same complex actually. Joel chimes in. Me too. I sigh. Fine. I'll move in within a few days. Felix hesitates, then comes clean. Marcus, why not move in today? The Lee family has sent people. We're scared of retaliation. It clicks. I nod. Alright. So just over an hour later, I'm standing in my new home. But before I even get a chance to look around, Felix rushes over, frantic. Marcus, the Lee family sent someone. They're at my place right now. I follow Felix back to his villa. The moment I step in, I see a woman in a white suit, legs crossed, chatting casually with Joel. A tattooed man stands at her side. Felix leans over and whispers to me. That's Mia. The third daughter of the Lee family. Mia sees Felix walk in with someone and her eyes go cold. Felix, why did you bring someone else in? I told you, I'm just here to ask some questions. I'm not here to hurt anyone. What are you so afraid of? Felix smiles and explains. He's a friend of mine. Mia shifts her tone sharply. I just want to know who is responsible for Lisan's death. She pulls out a photo. This woman, you should recognize her. The woman in the photo has her hands suspended above her. Her body is covered in whip marks, blood all over her. A grim sight. I turn to Mia and demand, where is Yvonne? Mia doesn't answer. Instead she asks, did you have something to do with Lisan's death? I don't dance around it. I killed Lisan. Now it's your turn to answer. Where is Yvonne and who did that to her? Mia says, almost bored. That woman is something else, beaten to that state, and she never said a single word about any of you. I frown. Do you understand the question? I asked where she is and who did this to her. The words are barely out when ghost shadows appear all around the room. Mia's body goes rigid. Something behind her. She turns slowly and finds a female ghost standing right behind her, staring without blinking. Her instinct kicks in. She wants to call her guards, but they're already being held by ghosts. Her guards are level 3 ghost binders, and they don't even have a chance to resist. Mia stares at me, her expression stiff. I didn't expect someone like you to have nightmare rank ghosts. Mia holds up her hands. Stay calm, please, everyone stay calm. But the next second, Dawn clamps a hand around Mia's throat. Mia's face turns red in an instant. I didn't come here to fight. I call out to Dawn. Let go! Mia's body drops hard to the floor. She gasps for air, taking a long moment to recover before she speaks. She almost choked me out. I'm not here to start anything. Were you actually planning to kill me? I look at her, genuinely surprised. What do you mean? Mia rubs her neck and glances at Felix and Joel. The two of them exchange a look, then walk out of the villa. Once they're gone, Mia finally speaks. I didn't take that woman, and I didn't lay a hand on her. That was my older brother's people. I can help you get her out, and I can bury the whole Lisan situation. I keep my tone flat. Nothing is free. Name your price. Mia smiles. Help me become the Lee family heir. Then she lays out the full picture. The Lee family has 3 sons and 1 daughter. The eldest son is the firstborn. The second son is next. Mia is the third child. The only daughter. Lisan was adopted. The family head had 2 wives. The first wife gave him the eldest son. The second wife gave him the second son. As for Mia, she was born from a mistress. Her abilities don't match her 2 brothers, so no one in the Lee family has ever been willing to back her. And for years, she's been squeezed out, exploited by both brothers. She endured it all for years, until 6 months ago when she accidentally discovered her eldest brother's plan to have her killed. That was the moment she decided to fight back. But fighting back requires power, and it wasn't until today, when she met me, that the seed of rebellion finally bloomed. After hearing everything, I cut straight to the point. I can help you, but you have to help me get Yvonne out, bury the Lisan situation, and then hand over the hellfire of you. Mia's eyes flicker with uncertainty. The hellfire of you? Are you serious? I hold her gaze, stone-faced. Dead serious. Just tell me yes or no. Mia grits her teeth. If you can actually tame the hellfire of you, then I'll give it to you. But only if I become the Lee family heir first. Without that, I can't even get near it. I smile. Then I'm glad we can work together. Mia smiles back. Then, start as my bodyguard. I'll find a way to get you inside the Lie estate in that role. My God, no problem. I know the job. Then I add, I want to get Yvonne out as soon as possible. Mia stands. Done. I'll take you now. The moment we step out, Felix rushes over, anxious. Marcus, how did it go? I smile. Relax. It's handled. Felix sneaks a glance at Mia, sees her smiling, and takes that as confirmation. He lets out a breath. Good. That's a relief. Marcus, I really can't thank you enough. I will remember this favor. I get straight to it. Perfect timing then. I've got some top-grade spirit artifacts. Help me sell them. Felix blinks. Are you out of money money? I nod. Gone. Felix nearly chokes. Over 200,000 soul coins in 2 days? He catches himself immediately. Never mind. Marcus, don't worry. Leave the selling to me, I say over my shoulder as I walk. Good. Come back to mine and grab them. We head to my new place. The moment Mia steps through the front door, she freezes, like something has its eyes locked on her. She asks carefully, "Do you keep ghosts?" I answer without thinking. More or less. Mia's expression shifts immediately. She steps back twice, eyes locked on me in alarm. I roll my eyes. What are you thinking? I'm respectable. I feed ghosts with soul coins. Mia coughs awkwardly. Can't blame me for jumping to conclusions. A few years back, there was a military family. All 36 of them slaughtered overnight. The killer's motive? To feed ghosts. I lean in. What happened after? Did they catch the killer? Mia sighs. It went cold. The killer is still out there. What I don't notice is Frost, standing at the doorway, tears of blood streaming from her eyes. On the other side of the room, I've already pulled 13 spirit artifacts from the drawer and laid them on the table. I turn to Felix. That's all of them. Before Felix can say a word, Mia's eyes go wide. 13 pieces. And they're all the kind that can be used 7 times each. Top grade. She looks up at me. Can I buy 2? I nod. Sure. 30,000 soul coins each. No negotiation. Mia picks out 2 artifacts. I hand the rest to Felix. Then I follow Mia out to a villa on the outskirts of the city. Just as we're about to go in, a guard steps in front of Mia. Miss Lee, you can't go in. Without a word, Mia summons a terrifying rank-bonded ghost, then snaps at him. I am the 3rd daughter of the Lee family. I'd like to see who dares stop me. The guard reads the room and lets us through. The moment I step inside, I see a man pressing the sole of his shoe down onto Yvonne's face. Yvonne lies on the floor like a corpse, completely still. The middle-aged man sneers. This woman is something else, stubborn to the bone. No matter what I do to her, she won't say a word. I'm furious and confused. Yvonne is a level 4 ghost binder. How did she end up like this? Yvonne hears the noise and struggles to lift her head. The moment she sees me, her body gives a small tremor, and her eyes fill with tears. The middle-aged man grabs Yvonne by the hair and yanks her head up. Oh, now you're crying? I was starting to think you were already dead. He turns to Mia and cuts straight in without any courtesy. Miss Lee, what do you need? Mia frowns. Hand that woman over to me. Forget about Lee San. He cuts her off before she finishes. Miss Lee, you think one sentence settles this? This falls under the eldest authority, not yours. Mia is about to push back when I step forward. Did you do this to her? The man rounds on me impatient. Who the hell do you think you are? He doesn't finish the sentence. Dawn appears out of nowhere, one hand seizing the middle-aged man by the head and slamming it into the floor. The floor cracks on impact. The sudden move catches him completely off guard. He scrambles to summon his bonded ghost. The moment it appears, Dawn swallows it whole in one motion. The middle-aged man instantly loses his nerve. Hey, let's be reasonable here, I ask again, flat and cold. Who did this to her? The middle-aged man barely opens his mouth to answer, and with a sharp crack, Dawn's hand punches straight through his chest. Mia watches and speaks up. He's dead. I'll cover this, but don't you disappear on me. That would put me in a very bad spot. I walk over and slowly help Yvonne sit up. Then I say, don't worry, I haven't gotten the hellfire of you yet. I'm not going anywhere. Mia finally relaxes. Then Yvonne looks up at me, her voice barely above a whisper. Thank you. I keep my expression tight. Don't thank me. I'm the one who dragged you into this. And don't thank me. Ghostbinder, how did you get caught? Yvonne gives a bitter smile. I got played. My own fault. I let my guard down. That's when I notice there's no ghost energy on her at all, like something sealed it off. Then I spot it. On her arm, a copper coin pressed against her skin. I don't touch it. One wrong move, and it could permanently damage Yvonne's bonded ghost. Mia spots the coin too. She explains. That's a copper mark order technique. I groan. The copper mark order again. I'd love to see exactly how powerful this copper mark order really is. Coming after me again and again. Do they think I'm an easy target? Mia cuts in quickly. The copper mark order is based in Beihai, not here in Yunzhou. I exhale slowly. Almost let my rage get the better of me. I nearly forgot about that. I push the anger down for now and turn to Yvonne. Do you know the name of the person who placed that seal on you? Yvonne says 2 words. Evan. I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone. Got it. I'll make sure you get justice for this. I post in the group chat. Does anyone know someone named Evan? I need to find him. Response from someone in the group. Why are you looking for Evan? He's from the copper mark order, I reply. Settling a score. Do you know where he is? Another message. From someone else. I know exactly where he is. He's eating lunch right in front of me. Get here fast, I reply immediately. Send me the location, I'm on my way. She sends it right away. I grab Yvonne and head straight to the location she shared, Wanhai Plaza. I spot her the moment I arrive. She's standing in the open square, eyes scanning the crowd. The second she sees me, she jogs straight over and points at a man not far away. Hurry, he's right there. Evan is about to leave. She calls out urgently. Stop. Evan halts and turns, looking puzzled. Is there something else? I step forward, fury in every word. Cut the act. Did you place the seal on Yvonne? Evan's expression goes cold immediately. What's it to you? I keep my voice flat. Remove the seal from Yvonne. Now. Evan doesn't even think about it. Sorry, can't do that. I scoff. Dawn. Dawn appears and lunges straight for Evan. Evan scrambles backward and pulls out a copper coin to block Dawn's strike. But the next second, a sharp crack. The coin shatters in midair. Dawn moves, and closes her hand around Evan's throat. Right at that moment, a copper-marked sword cuts in and blocks Dawn's grip. A white, bearded old man appears out of nowhere. He speaks calmly. Having a nightmare rank ghost doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. I turn on him. Stay out of this. He tries again. Listen, can't you just talk this through? I give a cold laugh. Talk it through? My friend was nearly beaten to death. Why should I be calm? The old man goes quiet for a moment, then speaks. Evan, he's one of ours. How about I have him apologize to you? I scoff. Sure, then let me beat Evan half to death first, and then I'll apologize. Fair trade? Before the old man can say another word, Rio cuts right in. The copper mark order doesn't mean anything here. You've been running your mouth. Keep it up and I'll make sure you never leave Yunzhou City. I stare at Rio, genuinely surprised. Since when did he grow a spine? Rio looks just a little pleased with himself. He turns to me. Marcus, what are you so surprised about? This is Yunzhou City. Our turf. These people have no business acting up here. The white-haired old man's expression sours. What exactly do you want? I cut him off, impatient. I should be asking you that. What does the Coppermark Order actually want? Because you keep coming after me. The old man looks genuinely puzzled. What do you mean by that? I'm done talking. I walk straight toward Evan. The old man steps in front of me again. Nightmare rank ghosts won't work on me. You should know that. A slow smile curls at the corner of my mouth. The next second, a thunder seal appears between my fingers. I launch myself at the old man like a bolt of force. He freezes for a split second, then swings his copper-marked sword up to block. My right hand grabs the blade directly. Two forces collide. Then, a massive boom. The copper-marked sword explodes into pieces. The old man is blasted back over a meter. I follow through with a kick straight to his chest. He shudders violently. The lightning travels from my foot through every part of his body. The white-haired old man drops hard, sitting flat on the ground, unable to fight. Rio's eyes go wide, staring at the thunder seal in my hand. Oh, wow. Is that a real thunder seal? Then his face shifts to pure confusion. Wait, something's off. Marcus, how can you be a Ghostbinder and still use a thunder seal? That makes no sense. I cringe internally. Rio sounds exactly like Raven, both of them obsessed with what's scientifically possible. I brush him off. You wouldn't get it. Science leads to mystery, look it up. I ignore him and turn on the old man. Old man, you really thought you were untouchable. I'm letting you walk today. Go back and pass a message to your grand exorcist. Tell him, if I ever go to Beihai, the Coppermark Order should stay out of my way. The old man's face turns red with fury. He takes a breath and forces his voice steady. What did the Coppermark Order ever do to you to make you say something that harsh? We have always worked for the people, hunting and suppressing ghosts. You'll face divine punishment for this. I scoff. Hunting ghosts, right? While secretly working with the ghost realm. Is that what you call hunting ghosts? The old man's face goes blank with disbelief. What are you talking about? I'm done explaining. Get out. And don't forget to pass on my message. The white-haired old man slowly gets to his feet. He glances at Evan and walks away with a sigh. He has no choice. Evan goes completely pale. All the fight drains out of him. I walk forward, grab Evan by the hair, and drag him toward Yvonne. Even now, he tries to shift the blame. The Lee family won't let you get away with this. I kick Evan in the face. Shut up. Then I order him. Remove her seal, no tricks, or I will end you. Evan's body trembles slightly. He starts working to remove the seal. Then he turns to Yvonne, desperate. Yvonne, I'm so sorry. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Yvonne doesn't react at all. She doesn't even look at him. Evan finishes removing the seal, then turns to me nervously. So, can I go? Yvonne answers, ice in her voice. Go. What do you think? The next instant, Yvonne summons her bonded ghost. The moment it appears, it grabs Evan and snaps his neck. Right then, my phone rings. I pick up and immediately hear Iris's urgent voice. Marcus, come to the guild headquarters. Before I can even ask what's wrong, the call drops. Yvonne sees this and says, go handle your business. I'll get myself to a hospital. Rio chimes in right after. Marcus, I did help out today. Tomorrow, can you come with me, Lyra, and Raven to Beihai? I nod. Of course. I was already planning a trip there. I head straight to Iris's office. The moment she sees me, her face lights up. She turns to the middle-aged man beside her right away. Director Zhang, this is Marcus. The man breaks into a warm, satisfied smile. Marcus, I've been hearing your name for a while now. I look at him, not sure what's going on. He reads the room and introduces himself immediately. I'm Zhang Hai, director of the Ghostbinders Guild, Northern Division. He turns to Iris. Give us the room. I'd like to speak with Marcus alone. Iris nods, and as she passes me, she whispers, this is your shot. Don't waste it. I'm still trying to figure out what she means. When Director Zhang speaks, Marcus, would you be interested in moving to Beihai? Iris has told me all about you. Strength, character edge, I like what I hear. I want to promote you to Deputy Director of the Beihai Division. It clicks. This whole meeting is a job offer. Director Zhang continues. Beihai has run into serious trouble. The former deputy director is dead, and many others died with him. Beihai is critically short-handed right now. I ask, genuinely puzzled. There are so many Ghostbinders in Yunzhou. Why me? Director Zhang answers with full seriousness. I thought carefully about this. First, you are powerful, and you carry a thunder seal. Second, you and the Coppermark Order don't get along. On those 2 points alone, you are the right person for this. Honestly, the deputy director title means nothing to me. But the moment he mentions the Coppermark Order, I'm listening. Director Zhang keeps going. The Coppermark Order may be secretly working with ghosts. I believe they conspired to eliminate the deputy director. He disappeared while investigating this, along with a total of 396 Ghostbinders. Director Zhang pauses, then adds, the Coppermark Order already has a grudge against you. If they grow stronger, they will come for you. I ask plainly. What do I get out of this? Director Zhang smiles. Say yes, and every resource the Ghostbinders Guild has in Beihai is yours to command. Whatever you do, I will back you, no conditions. I agree without hesitation. Director Zhang smiles and pulls out an ID card he clearly had ready in advance. Deputy Director Marcus, looking forward to working with you. This is your new ID. Tomorrow I'll notify everyone in the Beihai division. You will officially be Deputy Director of the Beihai Ghostbinders Guild. I take the card. Can I come to Beihai the day after tomorrow? Director Zhang nods. Of course. We exchange a few more words and then I head home. The moment I walk in, I find Frost crouching in the corner, staring at nothing. I don't think much of it and go straight to my room to lie down. What a day. Meanwhile, in a courtyard somewhere in Beihai, a young man is shaking a bell without stopping, murmuring something under his breath. In front of him sits a coffin. He wraps a red cord around the corpse inside, then ties the other end around a straw effigy with the name Frost written on it. He pulls the cord tight. Back at my place, Frost, who was quietly crouching in the corner, suddenly jolts upright. Her eyes go blank. Her body moves on its own, walking toward my bedroom. A moment later I bolt awake, and find Frost's hands wrapped around my throat. I'm completely lost. What is happening? The pressure hits. I can't breathe. I grab the thunder seal. Lightning surges through my body instantly and blasts Frost back. The shock seems to break through something. Frost regains a sliver of control. She speaks in broken, tearful fragments. Sir Marcus, run. I can't control myself. She never finishes the sentence. Frost lunges at me again. I throw myself clear. The next second, my bed explodes into pieces. What is happening? Why is Frost attacking me? She charges again. I use the thunder seal again to block, but Frost cost me over 200,000 soul coins to develop. I can't just destroy my own bonded ghost. What a waste that would be. And from how she's behaving, she's moving like a puppet on strings. Someone is controlling her. Just as we reach a standoff, Frost suddenly turns and bolts. Whoever is pulling the strings must have realized she can't kill me and is trying to force her to flee. I yank out the ghost tome and fling it. Frost is sealed inside instantly. At that same moment, back in Beihai, the straw effigy the young man had been controlling suddenly explodes. The red cord snaps. The young man mutters to himself. Impressive. A real expert. Guess I'll have to wait for another chance. The corpse isn't going anywhere. Plenty of opportunities to try again. Back on my end, the moment Frost is sealed inside the ghost tome, she returns to normal. I send my voice in. What happened? Frost responds, barely holding herself together. It's the people who killed me. They feed ghosts, killed my whole family. I only survived because my father helped me escape. Her words trigger a memory. Mia had mentioned this once before. Someone had slaughtered most of the Frost clan just to feed ghosts. Frost is that survivor. It all clicks. They must be using Frost's corpse to control her soul. That is absolutely not acceptable. She is my bonded ghost. How can anyone else be pulling her strings? I press further. Who are they? Where are they? Frost answers, her voice hollow with grief. I don't know their names, but I know they're in Beihai. If I go there, I will recognize them. I muttered to myself. Looks like Beihai isn't optional. The next day, the four of us, me, Rio, Lyra, and Raven, take the first high-speed train to Beihai. After the station, we grab a taxi to the Ghostbinders Guild headquarters. But 10 minutes in, something feels wrong. This isn't the way to headquarters. Raven frowns. You've been here before. How do you know? She turns to look out the window and immediately goes silent, because outside is open countryside. The headquarters is in the city center. How are we getting further from civilization? Raven turns to the driver. Stop the car, now. The driver ignores her completely and speeds up. Raven scoffs. She summons her bonded ghost. Just as she's about to force the car to stop, the driver detonates. A boom. The driver explodes right in his seat. Absolutely disgusting. Rio throws up on the spot. We climb out and find ourselves surrounded by dense fog. Visibility is under a meter. Rio turns to Raven. Someone is trying to kill us here, right? Raven nods. Most likely. Right then, two terrifying rank ghosts burst through the fog toward us. Lyra steps forward. Fall back, I'll hold these two. I cut in. Leave them to me. Before Lyra can respond, I summon Dawn. Lyra's mouth falls open. Nightmare rank. You're the level 5 Ghostbinder they've been talking about? I don't acknowledge her. Zane, out. The two terrifying rank ghosts take one look and turn to run. Too late. The next instant, Dawn flickers in front of one and takes it out with a single strike. Zane handles the other at the same time. Lyra gasps again. You have two bonded ghosts. Just like me. Raven watches Lyra's stunned face and smirks just a little. Back when she used to hunt ghosts with Marcus, she lost count of how many times she was the one left speechless. Nice to see someone else's turn for once. After that, we reach the Beihai Ghostbinders Guild headquarters without any more trouble. We're barely inside when we're greeted by a man in a black suit. You must be the Ghostbinders from Yunzhou City. I'm Colt, acting deputy director of the Beihai division. He then casually slips in. I hope you didn't run into any trouble on the way. I smile. No trouble at all. Colt nods. Good. Things have been rough lately. We've lost a lot of people. You arrived at the right time. He assigns us our tasks on the spot. I'm sent to the western outskirts. The others are assigned elsewhere. Before we split up, I pull them aside. Beihai runs deep. Watch yourselves on this mission. Anything feels wrong, message me first. Then I follow a squad out to the western district. A young woman in the group mutters under her breath. Ever since the deputy director died, it's been ghost after ghost, day after day. Like someone is releasing them on purpose. A middle-aged man chimes in to calm her down. Don't overthink it, just focus on the job. Then he turns to me. The ghosts in Beihai are vicious. If things get too rough out there, get behind me. I nod and strike up a conversation. Turns out this man's name is Jen. He's a level 4 ghostbinder, squad leader, years of experience. Night starts to fall. We reach the gates of a school. Jen addresses the group. 2 terrifying rank ghosts inside. Stay sharp and it'll be fine. But the moment I step through those gates, something already feels off. The ghost energy hanging in the air has clumped into dark storm clouds above us. No way, there are only 2 terrifying rank ghosts in here. Jen sees me standing still and assumes I'm scared. He gives my shoulder a pat. Don't worry, hang back and watch how we work. We move inside and reach the first floor. Their search method is straightforward, room by room. Sure enough, in one classroom we find a female ghost in white. Jen gives the order. Move in! Everyone summons their bonded ghosts and swarms her. Taken care of. Jen calls out. Keep searching. There should be one more. Another sweep of the entire building. Every floor, every room. Nothing. The young woman speaks up. Maybe there really was only one? Jen shakes his head. Headquarters intel doesn't get it wrong. Right then, a team member shouts. I see it! The ghost is in the back courtyard! Everyone runs for it. I grab Jen's arm. The back courtyard is dangerous. Jen waves me off with a grin. We'll be fine. We reach the back courtyard. There's one old building standing alone. A ghost with a rotting face suddenly appears. Jen and the others give chase. One team member and his bonded ghost flash forward, cutting the ghost off from the front. He calls back to Jen. I've got it blocked. Move in now. But Jen screams. Run! The man slowly turns and finds another ghost standing right behind him. This one reaches out and grabs the rotting-faced ghost and chews through it like a snack. Nightmare rank. Everyone's legs go weak. I call out. Dawn! Out! Dawn appears. The whole squad jolts in shock. A level 5 ghostbinder, what is someone like that doing here? Dawn doesn't waste a second. Total dominance from the first move. She flashes in and seizes the nightmare rank ghost. Then a surge of deep crimson flame erupts from Dawn's body and swallows the nightmare ghost whole in an instant. Even I'm a little caught off guard. Dawn has unlocked a new ghost skill. Jen turns to me. You really keep a low profile. If I'd known you were level 5 from the start, we wouldn't have been so on edge. I don't respond to that. Instead I ask, are nightmare rank ghosts common here? Jen explains. There used to be none at all, but ever since the deputy director died, they keep showing up. I run a hand along my jaw and think. From that fight I can tell, that nightmare ghost was raised by someone. Beihai runs even deeper than I thought. We head back to headquarters. The moment we walk in, every ghostbinder is standing in grim silence. Colt is at the center of it all, looking helpless as he speaks. I hate this situation with Director Zhang too, but right now the smartest move is to preserve our strength. Going to rescue him now is the same as walking into our own graves. He was the one who promoted me to acting deputy director. He's done more for me than anyone in this room. I tap the ghostbinder in front of me on the shoulder. What happened? He answers, face drawn with worry. Director Zhang made it back to Beihai, but he's trapped at the 3 Peaks. Multiple nightmare rank ghosts. We don't know what to do. Jen is the first to speak up. Acting director, we have to go get Director Zhang out. Colt puts on a strained expression. Jen, you know there are 3 powerful nightmare rank ghosts at the 3 Peaks, and I'm the only level 5 ghostbinder we have. I'm not sending everyone to their deaths. I scan the room and realize I don't see Rio's group anywhere. Something has gone wrong. I speak up. How did Director Zhang end up trapped at the 3 Peaks? Colt puts on a look of regret. Part of this is my fault. I sent a team of 3 to handle a ghost hunt, and without authorization they went to the 3 Peaks instead. Director Zhang found out and rushed over to pull them back. I tried to stop him but couldn't. I cut him off. Did they go on their own or did you send them? Colt's expression goes cold immediately. What is that supposed to mean? I give a cold smile. Exactly what it sounds like. Not clear enough? Jen steps forward. Let's skip the debate. We need to move and get them out. Others immediately back him up. That's right. We need to go now. Colt drops all pretense. I am the acting deputy director. I say no rescue and nobody goes anywhere. I speak again. You're not the acting deputy director anymore. Colt rolls his eyes. And who exactly are you to say that? I pull out my ID card and hold it up. Because I am the official deputy director of the Beihai Ghost Binders Guild, appointed by Director Zhang just days ago. Jen steps forward and examines the card closely. It's real. Marcus is the deputy director. A flash of panic crosses Colt's face. If Marcus actually rescues Director Zhang, that's the end of everything Colt has built. He forces himself to stay calm. That card is fake. It's a forgery. The whole room goes silent. Every person here is a veteran of the guild. They can spot a real card from a fake in one glance. I scan the room slowly. Then I say cold and steady. Anyone else who wants to question my authority, step forward now. It doesn't take long. A few people behind Colt speak up. Stop putting on a show. You're a fraud. That card is definitely fake too. I give the order, cold as ice. Everyone follows me to the 3 Peaks. Anyone who refuses will be treated as a traitor. I turn to Jen. What does the Ghostbinders Guild do with traitors? Jen says 2 words, slow and deliberate. Execute them. I nod and look back at Colt and his group. They are all traitors to the guild. Colt lets out a sharp laugh. I'd like to see who dares. He summons his nightmare rank bonded ghost. A murderous pressure floods the entire hall. I scoff. Dawn. A shadow crosses Colt's calm face. This kid is also a level 5. This is getting complicated. I call out again. Zane! Another nightmare rank ghost appears. The next instant, Dawn launches herself at Colt's bonded ghost. Crimson soulfire erupts and engulfs the ghost completely. Zane stares in surprise. Dawn has unlocked a second ghost skill. That stings his pride just a little. He answers with his own ghost skill, Soul Chain, driving it straight through the bonded ghost's chest. Then Dawn tears the ghost in two, and together, Zane and Dawn devour it. Colt's face drains of color. I don't even look at him. I turn to the others. Take him into custody. Director Zhang will deal with him when he returns. Everyone else, follow me. On the other side of the city, at the Three Peaks, Rio stares at the sea of ghosts ahead and mutters, "How are there this many ghosts?" Raven says quietly, "I think we walked into a trap." Rio pulls out his phone, frustration rising. "This is such a dirty move. I'm calling Marcus right now. Wait, no signal?" Raven closes her eyes briefly. "It's definitely a trap. Focus on staying alive." She charges in. Lyra and Director Zhang are already fighting at full force, holding back the wave of ghosts charging at them. Between them, they've already taken down one nightmare rank ghost. Rio thinks to himself, thank everything that Director Zhang is level 5. Without him, they'd already be dead. Rio throws himself into the fight. Over 2 hours later, every lower rank ghost has been wiped out. Rio and the others are showing the strain, exhaustion written across their faces. Just as they turn to leave, a nightmare rank ghost appears out of nowhere. Its eyes are bloodshot. Deep in that gaze is something that makes your chest seize. Pure killing intent. Director Zhang steps forward first. "I'll hold it. Get out while you can." Rio and the others know this isn't the time to hesitate, but they've only taken a few steps before they stop dead. Raven's face goes ashen. "Don't bother. None of us are getting out." A second nightmare rank ghost appears directly ahead. Rio grits his teeth. "Don't give up. Marcus will come back for us." He charges forward. Lyra and Raven exchange one look and follow right behind. Director Zhang's bonded ghost locks into combat with one of the nightmare rank ghosts, neither side gaining ground. Meanwhile, Rio, Raven, and Lyra fight together, and they're still being pushed back. Not even an inch gained. Rio swings his long blade and drives it at the nightmare ghost. The next instant, the sword severs the ghost's arm, but before Rio can even feel relief, the arm grows back instantly. Then the nightmare ghost surges straight at Rio, raking its claws toward his stomach. Rio twists clear of the killing blow, but his abdomen is still sliced open deep. Just as despair sets in, a bolt of lightning crashes down and blasts the nightmare ghost into pieces. Jen stares, jaw open. The deputy director uses a thunder seal too, but the next second, I slap myself on the forehead. I can't believe I just killed it. A nightmare rank ghost generates 800 soul coins a day. That's 24,000 a month. What a loss. At the same time, Director Zhang's side has the second nightmare ghost pinned down. Just as they're about to finish it off, I rush forward. "Hold on, this nightmare ghost. Let me handle it." Director Zhang thinks I'm trying to bond it and warns me quickly. "These ghosts were raised by someone else. You won't be able to tame them." I smile. "Leave it to me." I step forward and place one hand on top of the nightmare ghost's head. It gets pulled into the ghost tome instantly. Name, Zhang Yang Shu. Rank, nightmare. Skills, none. Soul coin output, 800 per day. I run the numbers in my head. I currently have 1 terrifying rank ghost, 9 nightmare rank ghosts, and 1 lethal rank ghost. Daily income, 15,000 soul coins. Just as I'm feeling good about that, the ghost tome flips open on its own. Back to the first page. A line of text appears. Capture 20 ghosts. Reward, 1 immortal binding talisman. I swallow. A new objective. An immortal binding talisman. That sounds incredibly powerful. As for catching 20 ghosts, how hard could that be? Beihai is crawling with them. I turn to Rio. "Why did you all end up here?" Rio's anger flares the moment the subject comes up. "Colt sent us here to hunt ghosts. Turns out it was a trap the whole time. He wanted us dead." Exactly what I suspected. I fill Director Zhang in on everything that happened back at headquarters. Director Zhang's fury ignites. "That treacherous snake. He wanted me dead all along. When I get back, I will get every answer out of him."